Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunkissed, Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition TTRPG. Think I did all of that good? Let's just do intros and then we can talk about what happened. Let's start with Tess Aquila, and also
me?
Nahari.
Oh god.
Well, I wasn't allowed to start with Tash this time, so.
Fair. Hi, I'm sorry, what did you ask me?
What's up?
I'm good here. Oh, cool.
Who are you?
Hello.
What? I don't know. Hold on. Wait.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh god, my
We're all a
brain.
mess this morning.
Yeah.
It's alright, Tessa, we can start over. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sunkissed, Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition TTRPG.
That sounds like a convenient excuse for someone who forgot to press record.
So yeah, let's say hello to someone, and we'll start with Tess. Wow, surprise, Tess, what's up?
Hi, not much. Just been a super busy week. Lots going on with Borderlands, lots going on with all the things and all the places, and lots of video editing and a lot of things. But I'm super excited to be Nahari again. It's nice to relax into the role.
Good. And let's move from Tasachka over to Marlowe and also Hydra. He doesn't look like he's paying attention.
I was adjusting my camera contrast because my shoulder keeps disappearing, and I'm like, I can beat this. I can beat this.
Can you do an intro and also fix it at the same time?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Hydra, and I did a snack shot.
That's true.
And the snack shot was things, and there will be stuff as a result. It gave me a few things to mull over, which was fun. And I like the fact that we can almost say, here's a question. Is a mystery solved if you haven't, like, caught who did it? You just found out who did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay, yeah, I'll go with yes.
If it's a mystery and you figured out the mystery, then the mystery is solved.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll put the white balance down a little bit too. Not been doing much other than... Oh, I've been getting back into Deep Rock Galactic, which is one of my favorite games for short periods.
Yeah.
It's just like, play it for 2 weeks, have fun, get out, come back. Love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, so I'll probably be streaming that instead of Warhammer games because they all suck. And that's a good note to finish on, really.
That's pretty good. So let's move on to anyone who's looking away from the camera, which is Vandy and also Tess.
First of all, I was looking at the camera.
No, you were looking at a screen. Different.
I was looking at the chat.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the camera.
Which is near my camera.
That's not the same thing.
Anyway, hi, I'm Vandy. I play Tess, not to be confused with Tess, who plays... oh my gosh.
Nahari.
Vandy.
Fuck. Tess, who plays Vandy. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm excited and terrified and what the fuck. And yeah, I'm awake. We were talking this morning about campaigns and stuff, and now I'm like super inspired to write my own one again. And
We'll have
damn
a
you,
chat.
Sheepy.
We'll have a chat after the show, baby.
Damn you, Sheepy, for
Sorry.
inspiring me to do shit.
And because Sheepy's been going all over the Zoom call, he's not really sure where to go next. He's going to go with Josh because he's looking away. And also...
Once again, I was
Elaborate.
looking at chat and complaining about how you don't think they count and you're a bad person.
They don't count. But also Cassius.
Yes, also Cassius. Cassius has a whirlwind of stuff going on in his brain. Josh has a whirlwind of stuff going on in his brain. It's really good for method RPing.
Yeah. When your character's confused.
Yeah. I'm doing a lot of vampire right now.
And it's all so good.
And finally, we move to Sheepdog and Sheepy. Hey guys, I'm the GM. This is my channel. How do you enjoy it? No, well, Chrys and also Tash.
I was paying attention to Bam Bam because he was very needy, and he is the most important thing. So not sorry. I'll be playing Chrys today, and I'm also very stressed. And Chrys is often stressed, so it's fine. You know, it works. Hi. I play video games like Horizon Zero Dawn and Jigsaws, which was a totally my idea and didn't steal it from Sheepy. That's it. That's all I've got.
Your puzzles tend to be more successful than my puzzle streams, though.
Yeah, because they have pictures of cats.
Yeah, that's true.
And dogs.
That's true.
So, yeah, if you want to do some jigsaws, probably on a Sunday, I guess, because I'm tired. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Hi. Hello.
Okay. And yeah, we for those of you who aren't aware, there was a snack shot. I needed to get it out before this episode, so I just slammed it on the YouTube channel on Sunday. So if you haven't seen it, it's there. Although I imagine we're going to probably get quite quickly into Marlowe going off to explain to everyone exactly what happened during the snack shot. Anyway.
What happened.
Maybe not exactly. So yeah, last week we had. Last week was the revelation of the old god, right? Okay, good. So the majority of our characters here, aside from Cassius, went to go see the Carrion, with the intention of seeing what they can find out and having a chat with them. They were really, really worried that Nathan Fortuna had expanded his domain to include Elysium, or the place where Elysium used to be. With the death of the prince, obviously Elysium really has no point anymore, and the people who work there are pretty much useless. And then the just that section of Flintbridge as well was kind of taken over. So they went to go talk to the Carrion, see what their situation was, and they got blindsided by the news that the old guard are not actually pro-Camarilla, like they claimed to be and like everyone said they were. Turns out they're actually Sabbat. And they've been growing flesh creatures out of humans in the basements, building an army ready to basically have at you. Which caused some panic, I think is appropriate. And everyone got together to discuss that. Cassius also did a little bit of eating and a little bit of researching into Gravestone. He found out the basic nature of Gravestone, which is that he's a spirit entity that basically takes up position in an idolatry fashion. A long time ago, he was just a spirit, and then he took the position of people who were worshipping the Gravestone, which was a big stone dedicated to the dead, and that's how he became Gravestone. And he has not been able to be anything else since, for whatever reason. Who knows? It's a mystery. Additionally, did you say out loud what the research note said? I think we did.
I did not.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not good news.
Well, I'm perfectly happy if you'd like to say now, but we could also leave it until it's comes up later. And of course, then there was a snack shot. So correct me if I'm wrong. I believe everyone is currently, aside from possibly Marlowe, at the coterie and ready to. I think we were going to close off the evening again. I'm not getting any no's, so I'm going to assume that's correct.
I don't know. I think we
so.
said. I think we said we have to get together because, and we did get together because Cass was like,
Yeah.
"Talk about this on the phone."
Yeah,
I
we
can't
were
remember.
freaking like when we left off. I think we were just freaking out about the old guard, pretty much.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
trying to decide what to do there as well, I believe.
Yeah.
So let's come back in a bit before the end of the evening as dawn is starting to turn up. Marlowe, you have just returned from the meeting that you had with... Yes, Cass did say about this. You've just returned from your meeting with, his name wasn't
Alex.
John. Alex. From your meeting with Alex. And everyone else is probably in the basement. I imagine Cass is reading, and Chrys is grumping, and Tess is,
Eating.
And Nahari is, probably, like, observing everyone else.
Yeah.
To see what they're doing.
Chilling.
So Marlowe walks down the stairs.
Evening, everyone.
Oh, welcome back.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi.
Where you been?
Tremere things. We should talk about that. It's been quite the evening. Have we talked about the army of the dead in the basement to Cass? Is that happened already? Did I
I told them a bit about it. There's some worrying information elsewhere, though. Closes a book.
Yeah.
We didn't really come up with a foolproof plan, but we could figure something out.
All right. Well, good start. If you have a seat, I may have made a bit of a discovery regarding the incident with, well, Winona included. That whole everyone bursting into flames thing. Turns out the Tremere that Hale has been hiding for a while knows a thing or two, and laid it all on the table for me.
I do not understand. Like, do you actually understood what he said? Because he is a lot.
Yeah. Once I feel that you pin him on something, he's strangely focused, but yeah, curious man, but helpful. So, where to start, really? So the Tremere were working on some tests in the maze they found, Cass. One we found. And I think they were working with, forgive me if I'm wrong, one of your books was to do with Helios and Luna. You said the title, but little else.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were working with something like that. Now, you'll forgive me, most of this is metaphoric rather than actual scientific, if that's what you can call it, but they were experimenting with something to do with that to make them more powerful. And
Sounds about right.
cut a long story short, Thin Blood stole the research and somehow used it against them and used the Tremere to set alight to the elder vampires. Now, exactly how that works, I don't know, but it would seem, not just cheeky Thin Bloods that did the kidnapping, but also something to do with their alchemy is required. I don't know how, and something to do with when the moon is full is relevant. So that's when the potent blood ignites, something like that. He was quite drunk, but that's the general gist of it.
Well, we know, we knew that he had been seen in the daytime, the guy who,
Yeah. When I thought they just kidnapped him, I assumed that there was some mastermind behind it, but it seems like it was the Thin Bloods, and I can't help but feel that it was a bit of a perhaps comeback. What do you call it? Vengeance. Given old Sheriff and the Prince would cull the Thin Bloods every now and again.
Reprisal?
I mean, that's my best hunch anyway, but Seemed like a pretty good fuck you to them, but somewhat messy. Seeing
How-
as they
Well, how they know that it would work on the sheriff and stuff? And
seem to work on anyone with potent enough blood, but the specifics of the research are lost, sadly. Well, not lost. Thin Bloods have got it. But I tried ascertaining whether it could be repeated. I don't know. Thin Bloods are the battery. They're the catalyst, I guess, but that's the gist of it. So I don't know what to do with that.
Well, Sheepy, have I read the thing yet?
You've read the title. You've translated the title. The rest of it is...
Okay. I have some research notes here that we have recovered from the Tremere.
Right.
And I feel like I may be able to, with some effort, fill in the blanks for you. Because this particular note, this particular group of research, is titled The Practical Application of Melding Tremere Blood Magic and the Abilities of Thin Bloods, Blood Alchemy, and the Weaponization of Such Applications. And I really want to know who wrote that.
I think that was Bastion.
Hans Bastion.
I could be wrong, but he was the one leading the research and writing the papers. So the young Tremere told me. That was his thing. There's a lab in there. I'm assuming it's been trashed, but that's where they stole the research notes from. In the maze, that is. We must have walked past it, I guess. Purpose of a maze and all that.
Now, I'm jumping the gun here, but I don't suppose anyone thinks we can use this as a weapon against the current largest threat in Weirgate.
My guess is you'd have to speak to the Thin Bloods.
I'm
What
okay with that.
exactly is weaponized here? The blood.
I'm
or-
assuming the weapon itself is exactly what happened that one night a few
Yeah.
months ago.
It's the Tremere are the guy described them as a battery or the catalyst or whatever. Like, you need the Tremere to make it work, which presumably is why they were kidnapped. So,
And
you need the spark, is what he was saying, from the Tremere. Thus, I call it catalyst, but I never did science much. So I'm assuming that they won't be able to repeat the process unless they find a similar... I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could ask them. Maybe they'll kill you.
Maybe
The
we
Thin
could borrow
Bloods.
Kale's Tremere.
so the Thin Bloods did this?
Yeah.
So the Thin Bloods killed Winnie.
Yes. And half the city. So, how much you want to be friendly with them is a whole other question.
Okay.
Yeah. Not exactly the most. Even if they did have a vendetta against some kindred for cullings and whatnot, can't really say that it wasn't overkill. You have a vendetta against someone, you take them out, not every one of their kind. That's kind of genocidal.
How much does Cassius know about Thin Bloods? I don't know.
He only knows the basics, I imagine.
Yeah, I would have thought so too.
Yeah, so working with them might be a bad idea. Seems they're quite happy with killing Kindred. And I have no idea if they can repeat it or not. All the
Are
guy
they
said was
so
like they're a
angry?
battery, and I don't know if he meant rechargeable or single use.
Well, you did also, he did, just to reiterate some stuff, he did say they tried again the next full moon.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. they tried again the next full moon. Good job I took notes.
Did they try again to kill more older vampires or just all kindred that are...
Well, I think all the old ones are dead. Aside
Right.
from Chrys.
Not old.
No.
Vassia. Vassia's still alive.
Well, I mean, there was I don't think I don't know who they killed.
Maybe
They killed Winnie.
they killed
Well,
Winnie.
They killed
meant-
Winnie.
I mean,
They killed the one person who took us in. And
wonder if he
who,
was too
debatably, is actually one of the good ones.
Chrys.
Tess,
I agree. Let's kill him.
Just question for Tess. How is she feeling about Winnie? Because there was the whole, he wrote the thesis on...
After finding out that the prince was the one trying to weaponize me and
Who stole
know.
it as well?
and who stole it, yeah. She definitely forgives Winnie. Like he was musing about it and then like somebody else actually used it. But it's very complicated because she wants to believe that Winnie is absolved of everything, but
It's hard to let go.
it's hard to let go. On one hand, but on the other hand, like he's also like even in death, like he reached out to her kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
It's complicated.
it's a little complicated.
Tess
She's still
isn't allowed simple daddy issues.
no, she's not. It's annoying. No, but the fact that somebody, like, part of it in a warped way is like somebody killed Winnie before she could figure this out and confront him in life, kind of thing, in a weird way. But also she recognizes that Winnie was like one of the best dads she ever had. So, yeah, in a way. Maybe it's weird. Okay, she's just mad about Winnie dying in for a lot of different reasons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chrys. Given that they tried it again, and I don't remember anyone bursting into flames that would imply they were unsuccessful, and they have unfinished business. And your side's a little bit on the old side. Might want to give him a heads up.
I mean, if you're friendly with him, he probably at least deserves a warning.
Hey, Vamp Daddy, let's not feed on the full moon, eh? Cool. Thanks for saving us. Bye. That'll do. Might be worth it. I mean, either that or he dies and you feel bad for it for the rest of eternity. I mean, take your pick.
Fine.
Well, he does live outside of the city.
Yeah.
Like a few hours
Yeah,
out. So.
but
Yeah.
He
I
does
mumbled
also
that
have
out
Aiden.
loud, but
Yep.
just, well, maybe Chrys just tell him to stay out of the city.
Okay.
I'll talk to him if you like.
No, it's fine.
Cool.
Sometimes Marlowe's talks have been
Insightful.
inspired.
Inspired, yes.
Fine, I'll freaking bring him.
You want to send him a text instead? I kind of figured that was what Chrys would do. Hey, hope you're not dead. Also, don't feed on anyone in the city. Okay, bye.
I think maybe ring Aiden though, because he will be there, and then can also say that she rang Danny and that she's fine and whatever. But it's not like is the full moon anywhere near.
Oof,
So.
No,
Calendar
we
might
just
help.
had one recently.
Okay,
Like 4 or 5
Oh.
days ago.
fine. I'm fine. Whatever. But like, why is everything becoming our problem? Because this is our problem now, and it's starting to pile up.
Need to reach out.
To who?
Who do you think we can
Anyone-
trust?
Yeah. Anyone that would also be hurt by this, not even necessarily people that, we trust, because we don't really trust anybody. You guys barely trust me, and I'm sleeping next to you. So, I mean,
Who else tell the
anyone
old
that,
guard?
yeah. We have to deal with that. I think that's a priority. We still have the blessed. If we were to try to leave the city, I don't know what your guys' resources are like. Mine are tied up by the blessed, so that'd be my, first step if we were going to try to leave. I feel like we have to make a decision on where to go, which direction.
Well, I'm
One
not
thing at
leaving
a
the
time.
city.
Wait, is it still like locked up? Because
Well, the prince is
we
dead.
can't leave the city. With the they lock it down, right?
It's not
So
precisely city, but yeah, it's yeah, I know what you mean.
so is it still? Do you think it's still happening? Because I mean, we can't leave then, right? But then people can come in, but not.
Well, if we want to stay here, we need to make sure the masquerade is being observed. We need to make sure there aren't fleshy zombies in basements and people can eat, right?
Hmm.
Where do you start in somewhere like this? Like everyone wants to kill someone. What? No, sorry. Everyone wants to kill everyone.
Well, maybe we start by scouting out what we're dealing with. Maybe I go sneak about where the order is and see what I can find.
The old god?
Old guard, sorry.
I mean, if you're feeling up to it.
Smell really bad. Like really bad. They smell
They
so bad.
test smelt it.
Oh god. Oh.
Yeah, maybe follow the smell. Maybe follow the mortals.
Yeah, if you can take the smell of dead bodies, like the decay of what I only assume is rotten bodies, like it smelled like meat gone bad. You ever had like ground beef or something go bad?
Very
Not
long
about
time ago.
once.
Just
Would
me off.
would I
like, put my
be
food
able
away.
to
I'm like,
actually smell this, Chibi?
Maybe close up, like regular. If you were to get somewhere where it was, or very close to, then yeah, maybe. If you want to go do some like preliminary scouting of their territory, you can kind of go either incognito or proper stealth mode, and like have a look around and see what you can see. You don't know where you'd go specifically to check on them because none of you've been in there really since the old god took it over.
Can send some animals to go with you.
Sure. That would be helpful.
You could give a first test to your foxes if you want them just to do kind of support recon.
Yeah. They're good at smelling out shit. They go through bins all the time. So
Yeah.
if they find a smelly corpse kind of smell, then,
Can I be... Okay, question. Can I be full stealth and have the foxes still come and find me?
The foxes wouldn't really be able to work with you, and you wouldn't be able to get
Right.
anything out of them because you don't really have that knowledge there or that
Right.
expertise. But what you could do is kind of taking different aspects of the territory recce. You could do an initial kind of like creep around, see what you can see, like vampire, kindred, human wise. And then the foxes could go a sniffing basically and see if they can find any places that smell.
Yeah.
Then report back to Cassius.
That sounds good. If you work your way, I'll work mine. And I think it's probably best if you're safest. So work with that. Because if they find out, then we're fucked.
Yeah. Definitely gonna go full stealth.
Okay. I think the advantage of knowing some local foxes is that they're always going to be digging through people's rubbish, so there's nothing particularly suspicious about that. I'll see if I can find
back
anything.
with a hand or something. Ugh.
I would say I don't know if you have the stats for foxes, but my initial take on a stealth roll for the foxes would be 7, 6 usually, but because it's on the outskirts of the city, more likely to have foxes about, so that would add 1.
Yeah, it'll be in a residential area where they normally
residential, but on the outskirts, so it's much more likely foxes would kind of like skip in and be rooting around stuff.
Okay, handy. Yeah, I'll. Are you gonna go do that now?
Yeah, I guess unless there's. I mean, I think this is probably our most urgent problem. I suppose.
Expanding
go.
fast.
I would imagine that a giant army of undead zombie type things coming to get us, that would definitely be a priority. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't feel like maybe Dave Fortuna's more dangerous? You were pretty outspoken against him.
I am very outspoken against him, but I'd rather not die again to a bunch of undead fuckwads than, I can avoid Nathan Fortuna to the best of my ability. I can't avoid that.
Here's a question. If the old god were to promise to deal with your enemies and form an alliance with you, if the first target was Nathan Fortuna, how would Tess feel? Just as a, question.
Very on the fence, leaning towards still no, because it's only a matter of time until they come for us, kind of thing, or tell us to work with them. Also, the fact that Cass was like, yeah, no, these guys are bad, like they will fuck your shit, kind of thing. I trust that knowledge more than, yeah.
In that case, let's go around everyone and see how everyone's feeling, because this is an interesting question. If the old guard were to offer an alliance to basically put the Coterie Memoria in power, destroy all their enemies, etc., etc., how would you feel, Chrys?
No.
Okay. Cassius?
No. Cass is far too cautious for that.
Okay. Marlowe?
They're all as bad as each other, ish.
Mm-hmm.
But also, zombies are a bit worse on the scale of ish.
Yeah.
So, but is that any worse than someone that's actually just an evil son of a bitch?
Good question.
Right now, his view is that everyone's trying to kill everyone, and they're all dicks.
Ahari?
I don't have enough information.
That's fair.
My sense is to always be more cautious, and I just don't know enough.
Fair enough. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to know where everyone was kind of standing on that type of thing, so please carry on.
All right, I guess I'll go take a look around.
Yeah, and be careful.
And I will send Foxy back
really
up.
Careful.
Thanks.
Oh,
Appreciate that.
What's the time? How late are we at the mo?
It's pretty late. It'd be better.
Am I am I heading out now or later?
Probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, like, do I have enough time to go take a look, or?
Sun's gonna be coming up in the next kind of 35, 40 minutes.
Okay, so tomorrow then, tomorrow night.
I'll send the foxes in first then, because they might be able to give you a lead.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be great. That would be perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to where the foxes are, and feed them some more, and play with them, and then give them detailed instructions on what they're looking for. Dead people bits, smelly, dead thing smells. Feel free to root through people's rubbish, because that's where people throw things away, and you're good at that. And there's nummy things in there, so do what you want. But if you come up on anything, bring me evidence.
Think specifically like the place where there's the most smelly stuff.
Super smelly stuff.
Like if they're bringing evidence back, that might be a harder. Like your difficulty won't, like, you know, obviously I'll separate the difficulty for that and the actual investigating, but yeah.
For the convincing?
Not for the convincing, just depending on how well you roll, they may not get all of that. And the first thing to go will be bring back evidence, because that's quite
Oh yeah.
task.
Yeah. I'm aware that evidence is great, but
Yeah.
if they get caught and they get tracked back to me, that's really bad.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
Right. Chrys, since we have 40 minutes or so, do you want to practice a little Tatib?
A lot of room in here. Jeez. Sorry. That man just grabbed my hand and scared me.
It's Halloween. Halloween episode is next week, Tash.
Oh god, that was so scary.
He also said hi to chat, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, and he just, what have you done? I'm tired in a hurry. Okay.
Okay, another time.
I'm gonna have to ring.
What is this? What is this that you're doing with her?
So Tatib is kind of a martial arts / dance that I learned in Cairo. Kind of an Egyptian thing. I picked it up and it's fun. It's a nice way to kind of relieve stress, for me at least, and definitely handy when it comes to martial skills. And I know Chrys is interested, so I just figured I'd offer. Plus, I need to practice.
Okay, well, we can.
I haven't seen you dance before, Chrys.
That's your problem. Well, we have got a bit of time. But probably not too out of character. Probably not enough time to like go to the woods and practice and stuff, really. So
There's
maybe
no like rooftop or anything where we could do it.
There's a park near.
Rooftops famously catch the light first.
True. Fair point. Fair point.
There's the park nearby, but
Why don't you guys just do like a couple warm-ups here, like just in here?
I'm pretty curious. Egyptian dance.
Me too.
Is it like that Michael Jackson video?
Not really.
Do you
no.
remember that one? You know.
Definitely not. Michael Jackson was not Egyptian.
It's a good video. But yeah.
I'm gonna go. Okay, look. First thing in the morning, in the nighttime, tomorrow
Yeah.
before you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna be popping out tomorrow. I've got a family thing I've got to do.
Family thing.
Yeah.
What family thing? Marlowe, you've never talked about family before. Other than, you know, your weird ghosty Sire guy who showed up in my car that one time.
Yeah.
Or
This one's-
whoever it was you were talking to.
This one's not dead yet. But
I didn't realize you
Just-
still had family.
complicated. But yeah, I won't be out long. Just show face, as it were, and I'll be back. Let them know I'm not dead.
Dead.
Ish.
Dead.
Yeah, I'll I'll have my phone on me though. Let me know if anyone, dies or anything or uncovers a mystery. Night.
Okay.
Good night.
Chrys is gonna stomp upstairs and call Aiden before she goes to sleep.
You just want to
'Cause
give
a
him
little bit-
the cliff notes,
Yeah,
right?
like
Okay.
yeah, it's what's on the phone. She's fine. Wants to see you, and like
Danny's doing good.
yeah, Danny is. She's doing fine. Wants to see you and stuff. Also, just don't go feeding on the full moon, okay? And I guess also probably maybe tell Vasi that.
Fair enough. Is there anything anyone else would like to do in the few remaining bits before you head to sleep?
Listen to Michael Jackson.
Not the Bangles.
Not for a change.
I just want to check in on the progress of my bar, actually.
It's going pretty
Just
good.
like-
They've got the main dance area set up, the bar area is set up. The basic question is do you want, because you'll have your own kind of office and back room and storage area and all that type of thing. That's going to take a bit longer. But when you want, the main bit is kind of prepared. So,
Okay.
So currently Loveless is not helping, but around the area. I want to say Justin, but that's not his name. It's Julian.
Julian, yeah.
Julian is kind of nominally helping out, but it's mostly Gimlet who's kind of organizing everything, and he's got the first order of drinks and stuff to come in, but until the storage area is sorted, it can't really be. But things like glasses and stuff are all done. So.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's good. I just wanted to check in and see how that was going, because I'm guessing that's still probably a week out or more.
Yeah, you could, technically speaking, you could open now. You don't have any drinks. The drinks should
Can't open
arrive.
a bar without drinks.
Well, true. The drinks should arrive in a couple of days, and they'll just kind of be storing them as best they can until the back rooms have been sorted out, and and then the last stuff to really be sorted out is going to be your office area. I don't know whether you wanted it in a similar setup to how Lamia had hers, but it's basically just walk upstairs and then there's kind of an office area where you can have meetings and stuff. It's actually fairly soundproofed, so.
Yeah, I would have had it like that with some kind of glass wall to look down at yeah. Okay.
Wait, you want a glass
It's
kind of
like a one or whatever the
one
way, yeah.
Okay,
kind
because
of
I was
glass.
gonna say, if you're gonna bang people in your office again, you probably don't want a big glass thing
No,
where
it's
everyone
gonna
on the
be
dance
glass
floor could-
wall. Well, hey, you know what? If that brings more people to the bar, I mean, no, it's it'd be like a one-way kind of thing.
Okay, one-way glass, sure.
Yeah.
If you want, you could ask for it to be bulletproof. You know people who can get that type of thing.
I would love for it to be bulletproof, but also that sounds expensive.
It would be more expensive, and it would also take longer. So.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, at that point, just we'll make it bulletproof. Just make it a little bit more time. That's okay. I can wait.
All right.
I'm just excited. Now I'm gonna go to bed.
Alrighty. Anything else anyone else would like to do?
Cass is going to send a message to Atian and Kateri.
Okay.
Telling them to meet him tomorrow night.
Okay.
And after he sent that, he's going to get to translating the Tremere research notes.
Interesting. All right. You don't have that much time till you have to crash. You can stay up a bit later because obviously there's no sunlight comes down, but it gets more difficult the more you try.
He's gonna give it a go. I don't think he's ever tried this, so he's gonna give it a go.
Okay. Please roll me an intelligence and occult.
Intelligence occult.
I'm just looking to see if you have specialities for this, which I don't think you do. We've got quite a few specialities though. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that last one.
The new one?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a fuck you. Okay, 2 successes.
You can re-roll that if you like.
You know what? Why not?
If you get a crit, especially, that'd be,
2 dice.
2 dice. It's not likely you'll get a crit, so.
Nope.
You don't have enough time. Like you start on the kind of decryption and etc. Like translation and everything, but Gothic is a bit of an ass.
Never mind. There's always more time.
Yeah. And everyone roll me a rouse check, please, as you sleep through the night and attempt to wake up. Cassius gets a decent amount of revenge there. Chrys and Nahari get hungrier. Oh, okay. And so does
Thirsty
Tess.
girls. Thirsty girls.
That kind of day.
Fuck, I'm on 3 hunger. I haven't been on 3 hunger in a long time.
No.
I don't get hungry.
Well, you guys.
I'm
don't...
convinced my food intake is part of the reason. Okay, I'm convinced.
Yes,
At
you only
least
had
the
Pop Tarts yesterday, right?
At least the Hashen aren't going to pop in anytime soon.
That's true.
Burn.
Maybe don't say that in front of Nahari though.
Kind of me, I know. Man, that was a horrible thing to say.
Soon, man. Too soon.
Yeah. Is it possible for Cass to stay up during the day? Or attempt to?
Ooh, I would say yes. And what we'll do is you can keep rolling your intelligence occult, but until you succeed, you'll have to also keep rolling rouse checks. You can stop. You can stop whenever you want and go to bed, but
That's rough. I like it. Let's do it.
I know it felt like it made sense to me. So it's like you're like using your blood to kind of stay awake. You can re-roll that if you like. This is gonna be a whole load of tempting re-rolls, isn't it?
Uh-oh. We're all going to get eaten.
Cass gives up immediately.
He's like cracking.
This is
and
going
bleeding
so
slightly
badly.
and- yeah.
This is so much effort. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good book.
Yeah, it's just like probably like cracks in your forehead start appearing and like bleeding, and you're like, oh god, it's getting in my eyes, I can't read. You're like, oh fuck this, like throw the book, and it's like the only time Cassius has ever thrown a book. Okay, how is everyone doing on hunger? 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. So it's just Tess on 3, I think. Everyone else is on 2 or 1. In that case, Tess, you're a little bit hungry. It's not Norin. It's not. It's not ignorable, but it's something you can push through. So you're aware if you keep, if you keep going, it'll start to get worse and it will get harder to ignore. But for now,
I'll plan to get food today.
So it is early-ish in the evening because it is winter. And nighttime comes earlier. So you'll wake up, your morning stuff, and at any point, if you want to talk to anyone or if you want to like head out and do what you want to be doing, let me know.
Do I hear from the foxes?
You didn't do your animalism stuff, so we'll do that roll.
Well, what would you like me to do?
Yes, sorry, that was because we got distracted by other things. I forgot to have you do that. That will be a charisma animal again.
Yay!
Oh, and because
You're right there, Tess Aquila.
oh, I saw the remnants of that.
I'm sorry. That was Gingy. Being butthole.
Cats
Literally.
havoc today.
She just decided to sit on the stream deck. Thank you very much, Cat.
Because foxes, I believe, are canines.
Do I get my dog specialty with this?
I think you do get your dog specialty. Let me just.
For that,
Foxes
you
definitely
have
aren't
to pay
cats.
stream tax. She says she's sorry.
Domestic fox.
Canidae. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that's close enough to get a bonus too. Apparently, raccoons are as well. Huh.
Really?
Apparently.
That makes sense. Okay. Boom. 3.
Can reroll that if you'd like to.
I will. Go foxes.
There you go, couple more. Yeah. So you kind of like relay your instructions to the foxes, let them out. With instructions, I imagine, like with instructions to go have fun after they've done their work, and then come back in the evening. So yeah, once night has fallen, you've kind of woken up. At some point, you probably hear some scratching at like the door, and you go and let in the foxes. So the impression you got from the foxes, as you kind of like feed them a bit and just kind of like, you know, get them settled back in. The area they went into was kind of like the close to your side part. So like the western side of the old guard's territory, and everything there seemed fairly up and up. No like weird smells, no like there was like they were a bit sensitive to the kind of atmosphere there, which was a bit oppressive, I guess is the word. Like you get the sense of like a feeling of like sweat and dread and just general uncomfortableness just from like the surrounding humans who walk about the place. You know, the smells and everything is just a higher level of stress than they're used to, and that type of thing. Like going further in, that all kind of intensifies, and they never got to a point that far in where it was like they smelled any like dead bodies or any like rotting carcasses or, you know, anything that wasn't like a mouse or whatever. But yeah, so from what you can tell, at the very least, like the section near your territory is like keeping up appearances at the very least. So maybe deeper in would be the where to go. And you didn't really roll enough for any evidence to be brought back, and they didn't really find much.
Okay. I'm gonna tell this to Nahari. Like, it sounds like where you want to be looking is deeper in. They're trying to keep appearances up on the outer edge, but the foxes were pretty in tune with this. I guess the word is oppressive. Bad vibes. It just
Bad
got worse the
vibes.
further they got in. So
Okay.
I guess there's not been that many people going through the old guard because they're on the edge. So unless anyone had business, I don't think anyone would need to. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, it gives me a place to start. Thank you.
I can send them in with you again if you like.
Sure. Maybe they'll find something more specific. I can follow them, maybe? Try to? At least to the
Yeah.
area they went to before.
I can ask them to give you a general idea of. I mean, they're pretty sneaky, so they probably know some back routes anyway that might help
That'd be
you.
perfect.
So, I'll ask them. I'll ask them if they can show you to where it was strongest.
That
the
sounds
direction.
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll do that. I'll promise them food if they show my lead my friend, because they probably won't be able to see her, to like in the direction of where it gets strongest.
I think.
They haven't really slept, so
Ooh.
Haven't they slept?
no.
Okay. Well, if they haven't, then
Yeah, I mean you could, but they like effectively your hold / relationship with them would deteriorate a little bit just purely because
I didn't realize they're stupid enough to ignore sleep during the day. So I'm just going to be like, maybe tomorrow, or maybe later in the night. They take long naps, and just watch them curl up.
That works. That works.
okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Chrys is kind of stomping down the stairs now. Right.
Yep.
Okay, do you want to go with the Tatib and get ready for the day, I guess?
Sure. Yeah, maybe while we do that, Cass's foxy friends can take a nap.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. I thought that if we go to the woods, that would be better than the park,
That works.
because we're fine.
As long as there's kind of at least a little bit of an open space, we should be good.
You want to
Yeah,
use my head?
there's. Is that a good idea?
It's not a bad idea. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Damn it. I could just go where I had that session with Max before. Which is not too far out of town then for heading back for Nahari. What
I
else?
can drive.
Like,
You guys, maybe. I need to go and get food anyway, so I was just gonna go up to like hell or something.
well, that's the opposite direction. So
Yeah, but you know, it's not that far. Right? Probably. Plus I kinda wanna see this. Like a little.
if you want to see a fight, fine.
Okay. Wait, does this count for like going to see one of your fights?
No, this does not count.
Aw, what? What do you mean? Fine, whatever. I'll just come watch though.
And what are you doing today, Cass?
Reading.
All
Talking.
all day?
Yes. It's an all-day kind of activity.
Okay.
Sounds exhausting.
It's fine.
It's actually quite invigorating.
Marlowe stumbles out of his room wearing a tatty unironed shirt and jeans. All right.
Casual today.
Yeah, well. Gotta go to a pub.
Like that? Hmm.
It's a pub.
Okay,
Not just
Marlowe.
Wells pub.
I'll blend in with the other riffraff. Unless anyone knows how to
Want
wine.
to blend in.
Sort of.
The most important thing is that I don't look dead.
Fair enough.
Not too dead.
All right, well.
Yeah.
Ale, but
Tess, you get a ring on your phone.
Do I have caller ID?
Yeah, it's Gimlet.
Oh. Excuse me a moment. I have a very important business call. I'll go upstairs and hello?
All right, partner.
Hi. How are you? How's everything going?
I am good. Busy, but good.
Uh-huh.
Club's coming along good. Just, putting the finishing touches on the lights and the like little stage. I was thinking like we could have a dance area and then like a stage area. So if you want like a live band, you can put a live band up on there. But if you've got any like show-offy people as well, they can like vie for the dance, the elevated where everyone can see them dance area type thing.
Ugh. You are so smart. And yes, absolutely. Perfect idea.
Beautiful.
Is there anything like that I can order or something that we can get in? I'm thinking maybe having like for a launch party,
Well,
maybe putting in like a big art piece or something.
I mean, yeah, it's something we could do, but I was wondering what you want to do about the launch party, because I've been thinking like there's two ways you can launch, right? You launch with a get as many people in as possible kind of thing, where you're like you pack the place out and everything, you advertise it, but there's another way
Exclusive.
where you do it secret like, and you tell the right people, and then it's kind of like this, this underground club just opened, no one knows about it, spreads by word of mouth kind of thing.
Interesting. I think for the clientele we're looking for, a secret underground opening might be better.
Kind of guerrilla opening, we invite the right people.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
and like exclusive guest lists, making sure, and obviously we'll be a little flexible when it comes to having people get in so that we can still make money.
Well, what I was thinking as well is you could get a couple of your mates, the girls, to come round on the opening. We could put on a big show on the stage, like dancing and flashy outfits and all that kind of thing.
Let me get back to you on that, because right now I need to think of like who could perform.
Well, we got Loveless, she's down.
Loveless performs?
I mean, she dances.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Let me see if we can either get like a band or, yeah, a band might be great. Or we could do something that's like, an actual kind of like dance thing. I don't know. Oh, let me get back to you on that. I got to think about that. That's a great idea though. Yeah. And we should also have like, I'll make sure the outdoor area is set up.
Yeah. What do you want to do about the upstairs, like the roof and that? Do you want that to be like closed off, or do you want it to be like because currently there's not much up there, but we could turn it into like an open kind of VIP area, like out in the open with the night and the cool breeze, and you know, put up a few heat lamps and that kind of thing. But I know a couple of other places that do as well, but
yeah, make it like a more exclusive type thing.
Yeah.
Just make sure that nobody can fall off.
Nobody can fall. All right.
Yeah.
I would imagine that would be, but okay, yeah. I'll make sure no one can fall off. Yeah.
Just make sure that it's still, you know, safe for kind and kindred alike. You know.
Right.
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. Oh, this is so exciting. Yeah, I'll think about the entertainment and I'll get back to you. And I'm hoping that, oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh, you're such a great partner. Also, that VIP area can be a great little space for feeding, possibly.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe you can kind of start selecting people you'd like to come up and visit you in you know, a little bit of a private section. All right, I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that. As long as I get to use it as well, yeah.
Of course. Oh my gosh, you and I are gonna have our own like exclusive little corners. It's gonna be great.
Right. Well, I'll get everything set up for a guerrilla opening, and then hopefully we'll be ready to go in a few days.
Oh, so exciting. Okay, I'll start putting out like quiet invites to certain people and see how it spreads.
Just keep in mind, if you don't invite people, they're gonna wonder why. So
that is very true.
like, I'm not saying,
could be both a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm just saying, like, you know, if for example you didn't invite Calig, it may worsen relations for the coterie. So you just gotta keep those things in mind.
Interesting. Okay. Noted.
Also, just again, some of the kindred in the city, some of the ones in power have a bit more sway over who goes where and who does what. So keep that in mind as well.
Do you have your ear to the ground on any of this?
I've been too busy working like this. I'm afraid that's something you have to find out yourself.
I bet. And I am so thankful for all the work you're putting in.
Okay.
Let me handle the guest list and some of the invites, and of course invite who you want, and we'll have some fun.
Beautiful.
Excited? Do you have an outfit picked out?
I figured I'd work behind the bar.
Ooh.
Salesmanship is one of my I've already got the box picked out. It's sparkly.
All right, sounds good. Well, then I'm excited. Send me a picture of what you're wearing. That way I can see if I can like match it into whatever I'm kind of wearing, and that way we can still seem as co-owners and everything. So
fair enough. Well, I haven't picked anything out yet, but I'll pick something and let you know what it is.
Sounds good. Yay! All right, thanks, Gimlet. Toodles.
See you later. Looks like the opening of it's the Sticks and Stones, right? STYS.
Yeah.
Sticks and Stones.
Oh my god, so exciting! I'm gonna run down and be like, oh my god! Okay, clear your schedules in a couple days, couple nights actually. My bar is gonna be opening.
Nice.
Yay.
That'll be a fun
Thank you,
time.
Nahari, for being excited for me. Thank you, Marlowe. What about you two?
Yay.
Oh, I miss dancing.
Wow.
What
Wow.
what would I wear?
Oh my gosh. What are you gonna wear? That is my favorite question for you to ask. I am going to pick out the perfect outfit for you. It's going to be like this guerrilla opening. So if you have people you want to invite, oh yeah, this could be a really big political thing. So maybe that will make Cass a little more interested.
Yeah.
Wow. You really
Absolutely.
suck.
I'm sorry, my mind's elsewhere, but this is a very good thing for you and all
For
of us.
us. For all of us. This is a nice little power move. We're going to have our own place that we can feed whenever we want. We'll have a source of income. We'll have a nice little place where we can hear secrets and whatnot. And it'll be a place of employment in case any of you need an actual job. So, Chrys, if you could ping Vassia and just ask if he wants to come by with some of the boys. They don't even need to work or anything. They can just come by, and that way we can solidify a good relationship where he can actually like do some stuff. Would love to have him there. Nahari, I don't know how many friends you have in the city right now, but you're
Pretty much it for the influential.
cool. You'll be sticking with me. Marlowe, didn't you have like
Yeah.
a girl or something that was like obsessed with you?
No.
Okay,
No, I'm
cool. You'll be sticking with me too.
I'll come solo.
Well, you're not going solo if you're coming with one of the owners.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chrys, if you think that your boy, Optimus Batman, is going to be okay and not fly off the handle, then I would love to have him there.
Interesting.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll definitely tell him.
Okay, but definitely Vassia, though. And Max.
What? Why?
Because they're great. And personally, I think that Max especially would be a little offended if I didn't invite him.
Max is
Hmm?
I'd like
fine.
to see
I
Max
will.
again.
Yeah, he's a good egg.
And Cass.
I'll help.
Who would you bring
Who would I bring?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Who
of
would
your
I
many
bring?
dates?
I could bring Kalek, Talia. Are you inviting your sister? I would also probably extend an invitation to Kale, although he might not accept. Nathan Fortune is a neighbor and might get pissed off if we don't. The Nosferatu wouldn't attend. Elysium doesn't exist. Gorban might work as some sort of olive branch. I don't really care much about the court, although we should learn who they are, so we might want to invite them. And the Wilds?
Oh, you were
Are-
gonna invite Cass to dancing.
Beg your pardon?
He's very attractive.
That-
And also, he said he wanted to hang out again, so what better way than to introduce him at the new bar/club? Sticks
Who?
and Stones.
Caster.
Caster.
He's from the wilds. Taught me the thing.
Taught her how to have a tail when she gets stressed.
Does this
Sorry,
overlap
sorry,
with
that was
your
petty.
date night, Cass?
Hmm?
You do have
Everyone
a
just-
organised date with Talia in a few days. It would.
But does it line
coincide.
up? It would coincide?
It
Oh.
sounds like it's well, you know where to take her for your date.
That would be a perfect date venue. I need to go to, what was it, Hung? Pick
Yeah.
up the
Hung?
present.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should invite Hung.
Um
He's a criminal.
Hung.
Wait.
Mr. Hung would love it. What a great repayment.
him and all the dead people. Is this
Yeah.
are we doing
There's
a
going to
kindred?
be a lot of kind there too.
Oh, right, nice.
It's
Snacks.
an everyone club, but very exclusive humans.
Right.
I might
Um,
invite my. I don't know if my mom would be down. Quite frankly, she works really late, and
And maybe don't invite your family to where dead people are hanging out that want to,
Yeah.
kill everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to invite
I'll invite her.
anyone to draw attention to them.
Maybe
If they're
I want
don't
to tell
vulnerable.
her that my bar's opening, but might
tell
be
her
a
to
bit
go by
late for
during the
her.
day when it's not full of blood-sucking monsters.
And when I'm not awake?
Yeah, well,
You could always invite her like on a quieter night or on, like later on.
Like a
I'm
jazz
just-
night.
Yeah.
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 Do you want to invite the old guard?
I think we have to unless we want to let them know that we know.
Or at
Right.
least we're suspicious and don't like them. Yeah.
Well, on that note, are you inviting Fortuna?
Right, Nathan. Invite the old guard. They're our neighbours.
And our other neighbour, the psychopathic killer.
Which one?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Point taken. Mr. Fortuna, are we deliberately not inviting?
No,
think Cassius
no,
said-
he's
Yeah.
going to have to be invited, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What's so unfortunate about it?
If anyone would like, you may roll me intelligence and politics.
Something I'm actually good at. Oh, well,
Do I have...
I
At
got a
300
tail.
hertz.
yeah, it does. Jeez.
This isn't too big a thing, so Cassius and Tess. Oh, Nahari and Mac. You all have like bits and pieces, like kind of inklings of this. This is going to be in your territory, which means that they have to abide by your rules. In essence, you there are subtleties to it. You are also going to be hosts, so how you act will dictate a lot of things. But this is the first time where you are inviting important kindred into your domain. So they will probably be wanting to impress each other and you, and wanting to see how you act and all this type of thing. So while it's like a club opening of a very... Bikes driving past my window. It does mean that they will have to be on good behavior, or you could bring up grievances later, like legitimate grievances. But that works both ways as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll definitely be an interesting night. You shouldn't have to worry about Nathan Fortuna throwing a girl off the roof of your club, for example.
Who said that?
Baby.
Yeah, I think we should just kind of invite everyone. Well, the important people from all of the little territories, and just say it's a little underground opening, so don't make a huge thing about it. It's just kind of bring a couple friends or whatnot, and I guess we can see how the night goes.
It'll also give you a good chance to talk to people in a political manner the first time really since the meeting. So if you're looking to make alliances or friendships or even enemies.
Enemies.
Yeah.
How's about the Thin Bloods? I mean,
I don't want the Thin Bloods there.
And politically, the Thin Bloods aren't particularly respected or held in any regard. So
I mean, I'm just throwing the name in there.
there's a reason why the Blessed have taken their territory and not noticed them. They're still there.
Well, do you want to put like a +1 or a +2 so it's not just...
No, it's a guerrilla opening, so I leave that open. You know.
We should also write down the rules. Make it very clear. They
Sure.
can drink, probably, right? In your club?
Eat, drink, be merry. Yeah.
But not
Maintain the
murder.
masquerade.
Don't murder.
If you
I
like
mean, I think that's a
Cassius,
given.
you could put it up in a script of some kind.
How do you feel about me doing some decoration for your club?
Very hesitant. I did not know you did any kind of art.
Could throw some mud around.
What kind of
Throw
artist
you
are
in a
you?
river.
Oof.
It is right beside the river, so yeah.
I think we can use the, I guess, vampire hobo code to our advantage. It'll look good, but it will also let people know the rules.
Sure. Like a kind of calligraphy, like handwriting. Okay, well, could have it like really big up on one of the walls, make it really kind of.
Yeah, there are certain symbols that especially nomadic vampires know, that basically designate things like no feeding, feeding with permission, you know, etc., etc.
So I would want to make sure that it's like, is feeding with permission like, kind of you can feed but in a respectful way, like don't go fucking ape wild.
Yeah, it would either be like a designated area, or by request, or by agreement even sometimes. So like if Kindred come to your club on the regular, they could make an arrangement with you where they're allowed to feed on your premises by your leave, and you can rescind that if they like step out of line or do anything like that.
Yeah, I think that would be.
It's one thing that you might. It depends how much you want to get involved with it, but you might want to give to Gimlet. Like that kind of agreement would suit him, because he can give permission and also like trade favors and make deals and all this type of thing for you.
Oh my god, I love Gimlet. I'm so happy that like we kept him. Ugh.
You guys almost
Chrys,
killed
you
him.
hated him.
Yeah.
You hated Gimlet so much, but I love him. He's a businessman.
Hated? I'm pretty sure Chrys still hates him.
Yeah.
This would have bent it down a little bit.
I'm curious to meet this Gimlet.
Oh, he's a character. He's an Oz,
Fruit
as far as I'm
businessman.
aware, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nosferatu. Very
super, yeah, super short. He's cleaned up a little bit since the last time, you know.
Still got.
Well, since his last.
Did.
Yeah. He's smart and loyal when you actually, you know, work well with him and respect him. So.
Sounds incredibly useful.
He is a gem. He's like a Swiss Army knife of a vampire. Like it's wonderful. He's great. So yeah. So Chrys, reach out to Vasya, please. Maybe bring a couple of the boys, including Max. Please. Please.
Oh my god. I will ask if he wants to come.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna send out some small feelers. And Marlowe, if you want to invite Kale.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. He's sure.
Yeah. Just say it's a small underground kind of opening. Gonna like all the big leaders of the city are invited. But it's gonna be like a smaller, it's like an informal kind of like fun opening kind of thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. I've got to go, but I'm looking forward to all this.
Well,
Okay.
good luck
nice.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pubs. No, I'm going to go get the last bit of blood that I've got left out of the fridge and put it in a hip flask.
Okay.
So we'll see you later.
Yeah, I won't be long. Just Make face, disappear. Simple. What could go wrong?
You know,
Mhm.
I really don't like it when people say that.
Yeah.
Because then something usually goes wrong.
If in doubt, leave really fast. But don't. Yeah. Okay. Don't
Yeah.
let them catch you feeding people.
Maybe the invite should be hand delivered. So that way people have to, like, hand in a thing when they get to the door. Huh?
Sure.
Why am I the only person excited about this?
Because
It's
you've
really-
been working really hard on it.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. It's really not my scene.
Me
Well-
either.
Except, Cass, you wanted to do this whole thing where, you know, you want more people to worship Greystone, right?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that anymore.
Okay. Well, I am going to go to hell because I'm hungry.
Aren't you taking the girls off to the...
Oh, crap. Yes, I am going to do that. Are we going to go do this thing first? Because, I mean, I clearly have a busy night ahead of me now, so...
Well, we can walk. It's not that far. So if you want to...
It's up to you.
Oh, but I want to watch.
Then come. It'll be fun. We won't take too much time. I still have sneaking about to do later.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Okay. Right. Well, let's go then. We've been here a while.
Okay. And the three of you head off to the woods to hit each other with sticks.
Question, Sheepy.
Hmm.
The raised platform,
Yeah.
is it on the side of the building or like in the middle?
It will be like at the other end, away from your office, like
Okay.
at the-
Because I was just
In the
thinking,
middle,
if
kind
it
of.
were in the middle, either like a pit or like raised, I almost imagine that it could also be used as like a fight club. So Chrys could come in and have fights.
That's a possibility. Although once you get the business up and running, you can acquire more buildings and just set up a
that's
small gym
true.
for Chrys if you like.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
There's a couple more warehouse properties as well, which would be the owners would be amenable to moving, especially after the club opens, because the like property value will rise as more people are in the area.
Ooh, so excited. Okay,
If you want, just as like a very quick aside, you could swing by P. Williker and just ask him to inquire about the prices of a couple of waterfront properties for the future.
Okay, I might do that after we do our thing.
Or you
I'm
could
gonna
just
watch.
do it without the scene needing to happen, as because there's not
like
too
I'll
much
probably
stuff.
text him or something and just be like, "Hey, with this opening, I think it's gonna go well." Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm like out of character excited about this too. I'm so excited. Ah!
It's been a little while coming, mostly because
Yeah.
we snail along at our RP pace, don't we?
You know what? We savor the RP.
We do.
Okay, it's not like we take too long. We savor the RP. Okay.
I mean,
The immersion.
a phone,
We're a
My
slow
immersion.
burn.
a
I like
phone,
it.
a phone call about the club, which lasted about 45 minutes. Like
It wasn't 45 minutes, was it?
It was quite. Yeah, it was quite. a
Oh,
while.
sorry.
No,
Oh,
no,
I'm
no,
just so
no.
excited.
Like I enjoy it massively. It's just to give an example is like I was like, oh, I'll just do a quick phone call with Tess and talk about the club.
Yeah, it's why I didn't dive into the
Never
phone
get
call
on
with
the phone
Aiden.
with me IRL because I will talk until forever.
We've been here
All
a
right.
while should be the series tagline.
It's true. It's true.
Oh.
Slow burn.
Boy.
Too.
Yeah, Chrys isn't going to ring Vasir right now.
No, there's no rush.
No.
And just so Marlowe, you're headed off to the pub. Cassius, are you quiet night
Researching.
in research?
Research, and maybe if Kateri and
Yes, they will be along a bit later.
if they arrive, then yeah.
So the message you would like receive back from them, it would basically be, like, we will sleep the earlier part of the day, evening. So, you know, kind of, and then we'll be fresh and come. They're used to Kindred and the sleep schedule, so they kind of they're getting a nap now, and then they'll be round like later in the evening, kind of after midnight times. Cassius, please roll me an academics and occult. Take a +1 because you've done some initial attempts. Even try to stay
Intelligence,
up.
academics, and intelligence occult.
Sorry, intelligence, academics, and intelligence occult +1. Yes.
I think one thing Cass is doing is cross-referencing this with Helios and Luna, because Marlowe mentioned that.
He did.
So that's the academics, and this is the occult.
Would you like to re-roll either of those?
The second one. Got 1.
Okay.
Oh, and 2 ones.
Big fucking oof.
Oh, never mind.
Alrighty. What you get from your research here, and like the difficulty is lowered because of the time frame involved. You're like spending a lot of time on this, and obviously dedicating your time to this. So we all know how much time is worth in well, especially Cassius, I guess, right? So I'm assuming this is the research notes and cross-referencing those with.
Yeah, the Tremere research notes, cross-referencing them with Helios and Luna, and like anything he finds, he notes down, puts a tab in a page, and then like puts that in a little pile for Marlowe.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. You don't get much from your occult stuff, so the insight needed to kind of connect the dots doesn't really exist there, so I won't go into that stuff. However, your academics is quite good, and that gives you a little bit more than you had before. To wit, the maze was originally a temple to Helios and Luna. Except for it wasn't in England.
Was it in Atlantis?
No, it wasn't in Atlantis. It might have been, but no, it was originally in the area around or near the Byzantine Empire. That's
quite a large area.
Yeah, there's no way to no way that you've seen in the text to kind of like narrow that down.
Pinpoint it. Okay.
But the temple was dedicated to both gods, and their relationship. So Helios and Luna, brother and sister. As Luna becomes more full, like as the moon reaches its zenith, as it were, where it becomes full moon, Helios empowers Luna more, and she becomes more warlike and more powerful. Whereas Helios himself is always dangerous, always powerful, always kind of full of life and fire and vigor. The other thing you get is the name of a book. The name of the book is The Soul.
The soul.
The Soul.
Can I guess at who might have written it?
Yes, it was written by Hans Bastian.
Hans Bastian. That bastard.
Additionally, one thing you would have got from Marlowe, which I don't think came up, was the existent Tremere who Alex. No, was it Alex?
He's the drunk Tremere.
Yeah, the drunk
Alex,
Tremere. Yeah, one thing that Marlowe got from Alex was the existence of a lab in the maze.
He did mention that.
Oh, he did mention
briefly.
That, okay. Then yeah, there is also a lab in the maze which you haven't managed to find. So you haven't completely explored the maze, but
if I find a book, I can find another section of the maze. I write this all up with cliff notes, tabs in pages, references for both the research notes, the translation, and the translation of Helios and Luna in various parts.
Okay.
I stack that up. I just kind of bundle it with a piece of paper and write Marlowe on it, and I put the coin on top.
Okay. It's like you're starting to get somewhere with this.
That's a true bromance. Oh.
Oh dear. Okay, and then moving on. Marlowe. As you get to the pub, it's the place where you're going to meet your granddad is the Clarabelle. It's quite a dingy little pub, Irish. With you can see your granddad is just sitting there with nursing a pint, just kind of relaxed and chilling.
This is where Marlowe broke the guy's arm, isn't it? Yeah, I was just thinking it might look like vaguely familiar to Marlowe, but yeah, that was a long time ago. I'll wave. I assume he sees me approaching. Hey. Sorry, it's been longer than I'd meant.
No problem, kid.
We sitting outside, aren't we?
Yeah.
Al
Grab a
fresco.
drink if you want, sit down.
Yeah, I'll just nip in and grab a drink.
Alright. Don't take too long.
I'm going to quickly head in and go to the bar.
Okay.
And try and order something that's in a bottle that you can't see through. If they sell a bottle of porter, maybe.
There'll be like beer bottles with that are kind of like semis, that kind of dark.
Yeah. I want something I can get away with saying it's a dark ale, and then I'm going to order something. I'm going to nip to the toilet, and I'm going to pour my blood in it instead.
You can, if you want, rouse check. It will allow you to drink without.
That would be a lot less work.
Yeah.
So I'll rouse check.
You will flush of life, or blush of life is the actual.
I will.
A flush of life. Yes.
I will flush. I will flush.
You do get hungrier.
I do.
I think that puts you at 3 or 2. Yeah.
Two.
Oh, yep. Right.
But I still have my hip flask on me.
You do.
Just in case. Okay. I'll come back out with I don't know, some silly beer like a Corona and lime.
Okay.
Hey, so how you been?
Not too bad, thanks, kid. I've been dodging work, having a look around the city, seeing what I can see, all that type of thing.
Yeah, lively place at night.
Marlowe, last time you saw your granddad, Frank,
Yeah.
He was shining.
Yeah, he's not shining now, is he?
He's not currently shining.
Yeah, I thought that. Something changed, has it?
You asking him that?
Yeah.
What, you mean since we last met?
Yeah.
Not to
Yeah, I
my
do.
knowledge, no. I haven't been to see your sister. Have you?
No, I've been remiss of that duty the last week or two.
Yeah. Well,
Busy. But
I don't think anything's going to change around. Well, I don't think either of us are going to be leaving the city until, well, something progresses or changes with her.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just cross my fingers, really. I went to church the other day.
Oh yeah?
It's been a while. Yeah. It's a strange experience when you've not been for a while.
I haven't been in a while either. I doubt anything's changed. Generally stays mostly the same.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I don't really need any more practice at it, at least.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I do. Try to listen a bit more carefully last time, you know.
I wouldn't have thought that's really your thing anymore.
Our work's been busy, but you know, I try and do good as one can, you know.
How's that been going?
I'm not sure. I think I've done good, but I don't know. It's a bit blurry. You know? Not exactly sure what good is now, but I'm trying to figure that out again.
Yeah. Well, you just do what you gotta, right?
Well, that's it. Survival and all that, and got to put food on the table, pay the bills and all that. I'm sorry for being so stuck in my own head. It's been a week. All sorts of weird stuff. Cases are just odd. Solved one. Just a few more to do. But yeah, there's enough crimes to keep me busy here, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same everywhere, I guess, but
And he takes like a pull on his beer. He's like, it's funny though. I don't know what would seem weird after you start drinking blood.
I like pause halfway through my Corona.
Yeah.
What would make you say that?
What do you mean?
That's an odd thing to say.
An odd thing to do as well, kid. Although I understand it's an affliction more than a choice.
Oh, right. And what makes you think that some people choose or are afflicted with that?
I mean, general knowledge, visual evidence, tools of the trade. Call it what you
trade?
will, really.
I mean, yeah, what trade?
Hmm?
Tools of the trade, you said.
Yeah. Well, I pegged you as soon as I saw you, mate. You are my grandkids. It's easy enough to see when something like that changes.
Hang about. Peg me for what?
Quite a few words for it. Depends on who you talk to. Let's skip some of the nastier ones, seeing as you are my flesh and blood. We'll just go with vampire.
And what is your trade?
Again, lots of different words for it. Let's kind of skip the formalities, and I'll say vampire hunter. Right?
Yeah, that's nice. That is, yeah, that's just nice. I'm gonna go back to sipping my beer.
Technically speaking, I work for the Inquisition, although
Good.
I may have kind of cut ties with them a little bit. Doesn't mean I've changed my... Oh no, what do you call it? You know what's funny? Is I didn't even come here with the expectation of finding bloodsuckers. I just come to visit my family, and I was like, oh, bugger.
Yeah, well,
Life's weird like that sometimes.
it wasn't something I had a choice in, for what it's worth.
Well,
And it's not something I'm particularly happy about. Still.
join the club then, mate.
How long have you been doing this?
4 years?
Is that all?
40.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, I missed the zero there. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, sure. So not just like wheeler dealer, I guess. It does, yeah.
Well, you know, there's a little bit of that involved. Gun running, etc. Specialist items, but no, not so much. Doesn't pay very well, so you know you gotta make money where you can.
I feel like I should be more shocked, but if there's one thing I've learned in all this is that you should probably expect the worst in most situations, so this kind of fits in with that narrative, you know.
It's a weird fucking world, kids.
Yeah. Gets a lot weirder after you're passed over as such. So,
I wouldn't know about that yet. We'll see, eh?
why'd you do it?
I mean, you've seen what it's like out there, right? I assume. It's no fun for a regular old weak little human when you fucking... Apologies. When people similar to you get going, who do you think the victims are?
And what if someone like me doesn't get going? What if we have a quiet life, you know?
You always get going sooner or later. And it's not...
Yeah.
It's not one individual soul who does it. It's always the organization. You lot, as it were, who kill and manipulate and steal.
I won't take it personally then, but I can drink to that. As I'm aware anyway.
Just a beer, right?
Yeah. Doesn't taste the same anymore, but I happen to agree with you in many senses. Vast majority of the dead I've met are ourselves.
Almost humans are assholes as well. They just don't deserve a lot of things get done to them, that's all.
True. And a lot of the dead have teeth that you don't. So what happens now? You know what I am. So you tell me. I'd
You
like to know what I am,
am.
but yeah.
Well, technically speaking, I'm bound to root out and report activities of vampires in the area of London and its environs. However, the real problem I have is you're my kin, so I'm directly responsible for you, which means, technically speaking, I have to report this, and then we'll start seeing hit squads, infiltrators turning up. They'll start investigating the city, seeing all of the other bloodsuckers, no offense, who I assume are living around this place.
It's quite the assumption.
Well, where there's one... Shit, fuck, don't even need one. Where there's smoke.
My son is dead. Key to return me. And the only reason I'm still here... Well, you know why I'm still here.
Yeah.
And it's a good job I don't like being around Kindred, really, isn't it?
If you say so.
I'd rather be around people that are more normal. If I were to choose. So, you said you're duty bound to do this.
I mean... Let me put it this way. If you stay here, I'll have to hunt you. If you run, I'll have to chase you. That's the deal.
It's a good deal.
Well, I'll give you a few days. Seeing as I said, you are blood. Best way I can see it is I'd prefer not to have to kill you. I don't know who's going to look after your sister if we kill each other. So I'm going to leave you with this, which is basically, don't let me find you, mate. Because if you do, one or both of us is going to die. Right?
So this is the last drink, is it?
Maybe.
Well, I know you well enough to know that I can't change your mind. What's, before this all kicks off then, maybe, I don't know, maybe we just talk about something else for a bit.
Right. I've only got the one thing on the schedule, so...
Yeah. Don't exactly watch footy anymore either. Small talk sort of off the table, I guess.
I don't know. Arsenal's been having a rough time of it.
They deserve it.
Oh. Less said about the hammers, the better.
How many have you killed?
A few. You?
Depends what you mean. If we're talking what you've killed, one. Well, he's had a hand in it. But that was a while ago.
I mean, I've killed enough people as well. That helps.
Not really. Messy business, this.
Life's messy, mate. And apparently that doesn't change even when you die.
Yeah. So a parting gift, maybe. Nah, we'll park that one for when we meet again.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I appreciate the drink. Appreciate the honesty.
Least I can do. I'll leave you to think about it. And you got a few days.
Quite the choice. Well, fortunately I got your number.
Well, I've got your number too, kids.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Anything you want to know?
I mean, it's all bullshit basically, right? We know what's important.
Yeah.
The only reason I stand on ceremony is so I can kick it.
You want to kick it?
We'll see how tonight goes. I am gonna head back to Locale Unknown. I'm gonna speak to the people who I stay in contact with. I'll tell them that so far I've seen nothing, but I'm gonna investigate further. And we'll see where the next few days take us, yeah?
Right. Well, we'll go from there then, I guess.
Sounds good. Lydic stands up, pulls his coat off the seat. It's like a big kind of jacket. Like knee-length jacket type thing. Puts it on. Right, well. I'm gonna pop it to the hospital, see your sister. Before I do, how about a hug for Grandad before I go?
Yeah, sure.
He's like got his arms open.
Yeah, go on then.
Stand up, hug Grandad.
I do want to eyeball him first.
Yeah.
So just be like, what's in his hands? What's in his jacket?
Oh, give me a wits awareness.
I do want to be cautious here.
Fair enough.
It's just a quick eyeball. It's not a complete. I mean, I'm going to re-roll.
Okay.
Okay, 5.
Nothing you notice, nothing suspicious at the very least. No like extra bulge anywhere, but there could be, you know, like a hidden compartment for a steak
Yeah.
or a, you know. But as I said, to the best of what you can see. And he notices you hesitate for a second to once over him. He's like, come on, kid. I wouldn't try anything after being honest with you like this.
Yeah, well, it pays to be cautious. But I was more worried you'd slip something in my pocket and I'd find, find it in 10 weeks' time because I never check my pockets. But go on then.
And he like wraps his arms around you and like pats the back of your head and he goes, I'm gonna say goodbye to you now, kids. Once I walk away, as much as I love you and you're my kin, you're also dead to me.
Yeah.
Alright. Like smacks the back of your head, releases you, and then just spins off and walks away.
I'll watch him walk away for a little bit. Turn and do the same.
Okay. So. Girls. You want to hit each other with sticks?
That sounds like fun.
Sure. Jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so is this
Shake
like
it off.
yoga or dancing or something? Like, how does this work?
It's kind of like dancing, but it's a martial art, right? So the movements are very fluid. Kind of think of like fencing, but with sticks, kind of.
It's a mixture of dance and fighting, call it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ew.
Sorry, that went a bit loud.
I'll just watch you guys. It's fine.
So I was thinking I would just show you maybe a few of the moves and then we could spar.
Okay. Well, I think out of character, I think we did a little bit the other day, but I would say
Oh, yeah.
probably
A little bit,
watch.
but it really didn't suit your style.
Yeah. It's like, okay. Okay, well, yeah, if you go through the first movement again, I guess, and then
Okay.
I'll see if I can
So-
get it this time.
So I just go ahead.
Nahari, just for kind of guideline, roll me a dexterity melee plus your speciality, which is 1. So in the dice modifier, you can put 1.
Okay. I'm sorry. Melee.
Dexterity.
Got it. It's not a 1.
Okay, pretty good.
So I just kind of step through some of the motions, like I pick up the stick and just like move it a few different angles.
Yeah, it's
step.
it's very like from the sides, especially, and there's a lot of like deflection and feints and like coming round the other side. So it does, and as Nahari goes, as she starts to kind of build into it, like Chrys, you can almost see like an opponent on the other, like facing her. Like it is a dance, but it's not like a solo dance. It requires a partner. So like a lot of the moves require someone else in that position.
It's
roll
like
me-
my specialty anyway, so that makes sense,
yeah.
doesn't it? Wits awareness with modifier? Perchance?
With a modifier of I'm looking at specialities. You can add 2.
Ooh.
Because it's not just your
Insight.
insight, it's also your performance.
Yeah. 5. I'm gonna re-roll 2.
Okay. 6. Oh yeah, yeah. You can see where you'd fit in there. If at any point you'd like, you may jump in and join in.
Yeah, I think. Oh God, Chris isn't going to do very well at this. I think she would kind of try and step into it, not interrupt as such. It's just move into the movements with Nahari. She's already working it.
Okay. You may use Dex melee or Dex performance depending on which aspect of it you'd like to focus on.
Probably performance because it's not always contact from what I saw anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, 2.
Okay, it's not too bad. You kind of step in as Nahari is doing one of her moves, and just like bring your stick up to hit with hers, and then like carry on as you can see it. It's not perfect, Nahari. So it's very rough and unrefined, but the technical knowledge of where you need to move and how you need to go with the opponent. Roll me a wits insight yourself with a +1, so 1 in the modifier.
That me or?
This is for you, yeah. Oh, nice. You do have 1 dice to reroll if you like, but it's just 1 dice, so.
Yeah, I'm good with it, I guess.
You get the impression that Chrys has some dance experience or something along those lines. So, and if you want to carry on for a moment, Sheepy's just going to go pee.
Impressive, Chrys.
Yeah, the stick is kind of, I don't know we use weapons really.
Sometimes they're handy. You get some extra leverage. You can feint a little bit more easily. And it's beautiful. I just kind of like keep moving and like step forward and then step back and
Chrys
kind
is
of step
trying
to the
really
side.
hard. Yeah, I mean my hands turn into claws, so I don't normally need a stick.
That's awesome. And I just like look super impressed. You're doing great though.
Just used to people being a bit condescending. Okay. Well, yeah, I think I'm getting it. It's kind of similar to something else they do. So, yeah, it
Something
makes
else?
sense. Yeah. It's like, I need to remember this move.
Okay, so I keep stepping like forward a little bit more, like pushing her to kind of respond to my movements.
Okay. Sheepy's not here to tell me to roll, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll.
Do it.
Sorry. I
I'm
don't
like
know.
super enjoying this because
No, I'm not gonna roll at speed.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I think
It's
you're
fine.
doing well. So like Nahari, I'm impressed kind of and just happy to be practicing and happy to have someone that gets it to practice with. I wasn't really expecting anything, so I'm kind of content.
Yeah, I mean, I think also Kaba would be good if you need practice. I don't know how he works, but I think normally he uses a weapon. I don't know. Okay.
You got the impression he uses a sword.
You might like this too.
Could do.
Interesting.
Okay. Chrys is sort of on the back foot a little bit with this. It's not her forte.
Yeah, and it's quite a fun exchange, mostly because Chrys, you don't tend to get to practice that often because you're either worried about hurting someone or worried about them hurting you, dependent on the person. And no one around here knows your... have you gone into your style? Okay. No one here knows your style, and same for you, Nari. No one really knows Tatib around here, so it's weirdly.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying having someone that someone that's competent to practice against, you know, and being able to practice again myself and like sharing it with her. I'm just impressed by her. So
I mean, you know, if you did want to look into places that might practice Tatib, there's probably places in London if you want to go to London and check that out. Right, Cassius?
Yeah, I think I'm getting it. I think it makes sense. It's just freaking stick. Tess, do you want to have a go?
not your thing.
No. It's a lot of moving.
Yep.
I'm still just like moving through the various
it's
motions.
It's like dancing though, Tess. You do that, right?
Yeah. I do club dancing. It's a little different.
It's fun too. Very
if
fun,
I
actually.
I mean, I'll try anything once, but like
It's like
Might
one
come in
fist in
handy.
the air, pump it, and then jump. That's club dancing.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And all you people know it's true.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of that moving stuff, but I mean, I'll try. I don't expect much.
So I hand Tess my stick, and I'll just show her. So like I'm just gonna pretend I have one and do the movements. Like I'll do like a couple of different movements, and you can follow as you like.
So,
Okay.
And then
Tess, Nahari kind of like sets you in place facing Chrys, and then gets behind you, and her arm like comes round and like moves yours, and just kind of getting
Okay.
you into position and like moving your arms to get a feel for it.
I feel like I'm a marionette.
Smooth though.
Don't hit me, Chrys.
she won't.
Don't. I know you're thinking about it, like even before I even did this. So don't hit me. And do I have to roll anything? For this?
Roll me a dexterity melee, please.
Oh, great. Yeah, all right.
Chrys, please roll me a dexterity melee with the plus for your...
1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I prod her with it? Because it's not technically hitting.
Can you...
Prod her with the stick instead of hitting her with the stick?
Well, what happens?
Wow.
What happens?
Wow.
What happens is you're fairly you're fairly into it at this point, and you know you're hitting moves. Tess is a lot more hesitant, not really sure what to do. So there's no like strength behind the stick, which means when you collide your stick with hers, her stick goes back and smacks her in the face.
Oh,
I didn't hit you. That wasn't me.
No.
I didn't hit you. You hit
You
yourself.
did that on purpose.
You hit yourself.
Wow, that's like taking someone's hand and saying, "Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself."
Kind of, but it's still right. I'm sorry. I didn't. Okay, it's not going to be that bad. I don't think we bruise much. I don't know.
Seems fine.
Yeah, well, my face is my job, pretty much. So, I'll try one more time.
Okay.
Go again. Same rolls.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I got 3.
I got 0 again.
Yeah, so clack, you're like, oh damn, I'm getting it, and then Chrys clacks again, hits you, like your own sword, your own stick hits you in the face again.
All right, you know what? Clearly she's doing this on purpose.
I didn't mean to do that one time.
Yeah.
The second time, kind of the first time.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just let Nahari kick your ass. Nahari, by all means. I'll like give the stick back.
I take it back.
Seriously.
Didn't mean to.
And I kind of look at Grace. I'm like, you have to know your own strength. And then I kind of like step into her space a little bit and start kind of doing the thing.
Oh, she knows her own strength. She also knows, you know, she has a vengeful spirit.
Yeah, those things are kind of true. Well, it's
So-
difficult to spar with people when not everyone's kind of soft.
Nahari and Chrys, please roll me, both of you, dexterity and melee. Chrys, you don't get your bonus on this one.
I do.
Oh,
You
0.
do, Nahari.
I do. Okay.
So this is much more of a this is much more of a intense. It's more flowing towards the fighting as you both are like getting used to the dance. The sticks hit a bit heavier. And Chrys, you start to realize that you're not that good at this, and Nahari is, and she's getting the upper hand over you. And there's one bit whereby like you go in and her feint just slides right past your stick. Your stick goes like past her uselessly. You're left extremely wide open and leaning forwards, which basically this is gonna be, you realize as you are going forward, this is gonna be your loss.
And I stop. I don't hit her because I am good at this.
You did not roll well enough to have that much control.
Really? Can I re-roll that?
Well, the question now for Chrys is, Chrys, would you like to cheat?
Not
I know. Chrys wouldn't see it as cheating, but
cheating.
you have something you can use.
Yeah, it's just moving out of the way of the stick, right?
Well, it would be spinning with a kick.
Oh.
Because of the position you're in, you can around.
I don't want to hit her though.
Well, you wouldn't hit her.
Well, then that's fine.
Okay. Please roll me strength brawl, along with your speciality.
Roll?
Yeah.
Just one then, or
Yeah, just one.
no? Yeah, because it's Oh no. Oh. Okay.
Would you like to re-roll that?
No, I'm pretty happy with a crit.
Okay. Nahari, if you'd like, you do notice as Chrys goes forward and your stick's like coming down towards her to kind of like, you know, in the position where it would be like at her neck and defeat her. She keeps going forward and her leg comes up and round, kind of aimed kind of towards your neck. If you'd like, you can either like try to parry it with your stick or try to dodge out the way. So parrying it would be dex melee, dodging it would be dex athletics.
I'll dodge it.
Okay.
No modifier, right?
Just checking now. I don't know if you have a speciality in dodging. You do not. Nice. Wow. You both.
Wow.
This is an intense fight.
Yeah, this turn, like it like the second that Chrys switches, you also switch. So it's just kind of like Chrys goes on the attack, you switch into kind of like defensive mode. Now, you drew here. So if you like, I can play this out for you. Or you can take it, you know, narratively yourselves. But I have an idea, so it's It's down to both of you as to whether you'd like to kind of roll for it and play it out, or leave it to me.
Well, I'm curious what your idea is.
Same.
Yeah, okay. Go for
Okay,
it.
so Chris's leg like flies around and is like going for your neck. You realize and you shift like imperceptibly as you fall down towards the floor. As her leg goes down, you find yourself with like her leg around your neck, kind of like in a hold, and your sword is like directly just like pinpointed on her throat.
Okay.
And incidentally, with that crit, you do have insight into what she just did. It is a capoeira,
Oh.
Brazilian dance fighting. Very similar, but yeah.
So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say capoeira. Impressive.
Yeah. And it was probably gonna let go. and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
be like,
You both kind of like
Yeah.
ease up and disentangle
Dis-
and like
yeah.
step back. But there's like a slight tenseness to both of your body stances where it's like you engage that kind of like.
It's like circling a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah,
like, without
yeah.
necessarily realizing.
And Tess is watching all of this like, I am so hot.
This is very intimate. Very intimate.
You've probably forgotten that Tess is there, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Just
No,
I'm
offense,
just
Tess.
I'm just kind of leaning against a tree, and I'd be like, okay, all right. If I didn't know better, I would think they're flirting. But,
think that every time Chris fights.
well,
It's quite fun.
maybe a little.
Yeah, it's capoeira is really fun and works out for my fight style, I guess.
Definitely.
So we're going to slide on. Do you have anything you would all like to do? I know Nahari's probably going to go off to scout. But the other two ladies, do you have anything you would like to do this eve?
I just want to go up to Hell to have a bite and say
Okay.
hi to my sisters, invite them to, yeah.
Sorry, you said invite them to, but it sounded like and bite them too.
Yeah,
I was like,
totally
Bite
bite
them
them
too.
too. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. No.
Chris?
Chris hasn't really got much to do, so she might. be
Do you want to
like,
go hunting in the
yeah.
forest again?
No, it'll take
Come
too
with
long.
me. Come do Hell with me.
I mean, I can if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's only fair. I mean, I watched you flirt fight for a little while, and now you get to come and see me flirt feed.
you wanted to come watch us fight.
Yeah. But I'm here. And it was amazing, Nahari. You are so cool.
You guys are
And
pretty awesome.
very skilled.
selves.
You're too kind.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
good fight.
It was nice. Okay. Good job.
Let's go to get dressed and get dancing. Come on,
we have to
come
get
on, come on,
changed.
come on, come on.
Oh my god.
Oh
Is
my
this,
gosh.
How is this not a punishment?
Wow.
She's
It's like
kind of going along, but it's like, how is griping about it?
Do I go
It's like-
back?
trying to wash a cat that just will scratch you every time you try to make them look pretty. Seriously, Nahari, it's like, have you ever had cats? They're awful. But I love them,
Well,
kind of.
Maybe if she could sort of dress up her own style, maybe it would be more interesting for her.
Oh,
Just a thought.
bless your non-beating heart, Nahari. That would require her to have style. That's why I'm here.
Wow. Do you even like? I won't come if you want. That's fine.
Okay,
I'll stay.
fine. I'll let you. God, Nahari, you are a terrible influence on this one. But I still love it. All right, come on. I'll let you almost dress yourself.
So, Chrys, if you, I imagine, well, I know that Davine would be most hospitable, so if you'd like to feed while you're at Hell, you may also do so.
No.
Yeah, come on. There's definitely a Chad
Oh, yeah.
who is super buff. You've probably seen at the gym before.
Are we having this conversation back at the coterie before they leave? While they're getting dressed?
Probably, yeah.
You should probably take advantage of that, Chrys, just because there's a lot of craziness going on. You don't know when the next time you'll have a chance to feed will be, right? I would love to go with you, but I think what I need to do is important. So you
Next
have to
time
have
you'll come
fun
with
for
us.
me.
You need to be careful. Like, don't risk yourself and then get turned into a flesh monster.
Yeah, that would be no fun. I'll be careful, I promise.
And, Nahari, for a second, you reflect on what Saturday told you, and how 100% right he was, that if you just have a quick sparring session with Chrys, she'll warm to you immediately.
I'm just kind of thinking about the whole thing, and I honestly was pleasantly surprised. I was expecting her to be very good, but I wasn't expecting her to kind of pick it up so quickly
She
and
adapts so quick.
yeah. And so I'm just kind of very impressed and pleased that she's warmed and also that she's cool.
I'd
So-
say you probably have the most insight into how skilled she is, outside of a few other people who aren't the coterie.
Yeah. I'm just
No
sort of
offense to you
thinking
guys,
about
you're just not very martially skilled.
well, I'm just kind of reflecting on the coterie overall, honestly, and I've been impressed by them. Like Cassius definitely knows a lot more than I would have expected about books and weird occult things and interesting stuff. Marlowe definitely is in this, sneakily skilled line, which is awesome, and Tess is just cool.
So, Tess, Tess, you may take off your hunger down to 1.
Oh, sweet.
As you feed at the club. We won't go into that side of things for this time. Incidentally, Leah is not here. I will ask you, do you text her to say you are coming with Chrys?
I mean, yeah, I would have texted both of them.
Okay.
Saying I'm on my way. Specifically, also, yes, for her, because I know she's got a little thing. Maybe Chrys, dressing up might be nice for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. She isn't there, and you don't get the red message, so hopefully she'll see that. For now, we'll leave it at that. Nahari, please roll me. Actually, my first question is: are you going in obfuscated, completely hidden, or are you going in more stealthy, using the shadows and your actual stealth ability? If you go in obfuscated, you can move and everything, and you'll be, you can be quiet and invisible, but you will have to rouse the blood. You'll get hungrier, and you won't be able to interact with doors and things like that. That kind of breaks it.
I don't know what's better. I mean, I definitely can't be discovered. That's super important.
Well, your ability to be sneaky, and you can hide in plain sight as well. It's not like they know who you are.
True. Okay, so then I'll not fully obfuscate just yet. But if I come into if I see anything that scares me, then I will. I can always turn it on later, right?
Okay.
So, what do I need to roll?
That will be a dexterity stealth with Sorry, dexterity. Yeah, so dexterity stealth.
No modifier.
With +2.
Oh, +2. Fabulous.
God damn, that's a lot of dice. Is that a crit as well?
Yes.
Oh god damn. Okay.
Oh my god.
So,
With your crits
Tessa.
today. Wow.
Damn.
you gather a very in-depth and detailed account of the western side and start moving more of the western side of their territory. Just going over what the foxes have already investigated, but being more thorough and more like visual. A lot of the foxes stuff was like smell and, you know, just atmosphere and stuff. You can actually see things. The people around here are very subdued. There's almost a perceptible like difference in the like people kind of rush through like where they're going. A lot more people inside tend not to leave their houses unless they're like going off somewhere else. Some of it seems to be subconscious, like they, you know, their subconscious recognizes something off, but and as you get close to the center, you see a few buildings which kind of like stand out a little bit. Just kind of regular housing, but as you kind of like observe, you see a couple of people you think might be kindred, like very dodgy looking. Based on the descriptions, you see at least one of the group who met the coterie originally, because I imagine you guys would have given her that information. So, and I think at one point you probably like climb up a little bit, like kind of climb up a building, go up to like get a surveil of the place. And after like, let's say 2-3 hours of just observing and seeing where things go, you think you've located 2 buildings which are like heavily frequented, and one building like a little further off, like kind of more towards the north, like a bit further to maybe Nathan Fortuna's area, which you've kind of marked down as possibly suspicious because there's a lot of like human activity there, a lot of kind basically walking in and out. It seems like very, very busy, but it's just a building. There's no kind of like there's no it's not a store, it's not a club or a bar, it's just a house, but people seem to be visiting it quite a lot. And then kind of after those few hours and etc., roll me a wits awareness.
Okay.
Okay. A raven like flutters down onto the rooftop, just like kind of near you.
Do I think it's like a friend of Cass or something, or?
You are not sure. Hard to tell. Do you kind of like look at it?
Yeah. I mean, so I'm visible. I'm just sort of hidden
You're
in the
visual.
shadows.
You're visible. You're just kind of
Yeah. So yeah, I look at it and I try to see. I'm like, I try to see what it's gonna do.
Yeah. It just kind of does like a little hop, and then its head like turns and looks at you. It like does a little croak. And you experience a very quick flash of, you can't see the face because it's in a hood, but you see the lips move and you hear the words in no actual like accent or anything like that. It just says, "It's dangerous. You should leave." and it's like a flash of like memory or something that you never remember having, but
Can
and
I?
then the raven like flaps and flutters off and flies.
Oh.
And it's literally like it's almost as if like, you know, you're like switching TV channels, right? And you see like a second of a person just saying like it's dangerous, you should leave, and then it flashes away again and you're just back to regular scheduled programming.
And I've never seen anything like this before.
It seemed like a legitimate warning though. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I'm gonna fully go invisible and obfuscate.
Okay. Rouse, please.
Okay.
You get a little hungrier. Are
Yeah.
you on 3 now?
Yeah.
Starts to burn a little bit, dryness in the throat and that kind of yearnings there. And you just kind of you step back a little bit and crouch, and the shadows you stepped into just like, you know, you kind of they kind of just like slide up your legs and then up your body and then just kind of encase you a little bit, and then you're move in again and you're invisible. You know, the world takes on a little bit of a grey tint as you're to anyone who can't see the hidden and invisible of this world, you're gone. And just, do you want to head out and back to territory?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm just gonna head right back to our territory. I'm not sure if the raven came from Cass somehow. I plan to ask him.
Okay.
But either way, its warning rang true, and what I was doing was super dangerous anyway. So, and I got some information.
Yeah, you got some good information as well,
Mhm.
and I'll give you I'll give you like a bit more detailed like info dump about the places you saw, so you can, you know, relay them next time.
Thank you.
For now, we'll move over to Cassius. Hello.
Ooh, hi.
So, oh goddamn, I don't have their names up.
Etienne and Kateri.
Atian and Kateri send you a message that they're up and they're on their way.
Okay. I think Cass continues reading things. He gets out his the letter that they delivered to him.
Yep.
And he gets out his file. The picture that he took at Elysium.
Wait, which picture? Can you remind me of the picture?
The one that's from the files in Elysium about him, that is in Mohawk.
Just give me a moment. I'm seeing if I can pull up my notes. I can't find my notes on these two kids. They're here somewhere, I know it. Going to go on without the notes because I can't remember where they are. I have way too many notes. It's getting ridiculous. But yes, Atienne and Kateri, you hear a knock at the door.
Yeah, I go up, I let them in, bring them downstairs, offer them to make them a drink and food if they want any. And then Cass is going to offer them to just to sit down opposite him.
Atienne is the girl. Kateri is the guy, as I remember. Kateri says, "Thank you. It would be very nice," and like sits down. And Atian is kind of standing there with her like arms crossed, and she's I'll stand, thank you.
Okay. I've decided
They both tense up.
that there's going to be a test. I have certain values and beliefs, and anyone I bring into this kind of life needs to be able to deal with problems, whether they have supernatural strength or not. So if you don't want to help, then I'm not going to hold that against you. But I have some problems, and I think you'd be uniquely suited to help.
How exactly can we help?
There's a cult that preys on people, gives them what they want to hear, tells them that everything will be just fine if they give them some more money or spend some more time with them or hear from their loved ones. I'm going to take it down.
And how exactly are we going to do this?
Well, that's the thing. I need more information, and I need people on the inside. So if you're willing, you going there, finding out how they work, finding their weaknesses, if they have any, and how they treat people, will allow us to stop them. For good.
Kateri, like, seems to be considering it for a moment, and then kind of stands up and says, we have been taught from birth to be prepared to carry on our bloodline and our tribe's practices. I will meet the test and I will overcome it. And Atian kind of like sides her head a little bit and goes, I'm in.
I thought you'd like a little bit more of a challenge. Do you have anything, preferably that I can read, about either of you? I'm not going to set homework. I just...
If you would like to get in contact with our elder, we can give you an email address.
Yes, that exists, doesn't it? I will do that.
And he like hands over an email address.
Thank you. And this is more of a personal request, but seeing as I might end up as one of your sires, you should know Winnie left me a message, and I'd like your help translating it. I'm not fluent.
Of course.
You can both see it. And I move around to their side of the table and put out the note that Winnie left for me in my file.
Okay. Kateri like steps forward, says, I'll do this. And like crouches down. The first line is a warning not to let you cut corners, and you must translate this yourself.
Oof.
And he's such a dick. I'm sorry, but
That sounds like Winnie.
if you insist, I am willing to carry on translating it, but
Lesson 1. If your sire really, really wants something for you, there's no point resisting.
it's a good lesson to give your potential child.
I
Do what
I take
say.
it. I take the piece of paper and I put it back for translation later.
Okay. Kateri looks at you and says, well, with your permission, we will get immediately on gathering information and infiltrating these cultists that you despise so much.
Thanks. I'll give them a rundown of where to go and probably some pointers on how to approach it first. Just casually as
Kateri seems to be like taking it all in and like, you know, maybe even notes down a couple of things. Atian looks a little bit eye-rolly and bored. Just kind of like, come on, let's get this shit started. And as you finish and you kind of, you know, say, there you go. Kateri turns to Atian and says, puts his hand out and says, looks like we are in competition with each other. I wish you luck. And Atian goes, I'm a win, bitch! And slaps his hand and then runs out and just runs up the stairs and out of the building.
Fuck the competition. It's no.
And Kateri like turns back around to you with like this kind of like, I'm completely calm, I'm not annoyed, everything is fine. Look in his eyes and says, I should go too.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you. And then he kind of does a slight little head nod bow and walks out. And then like once you hear him like going up the stairs, like dush, 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 like very calm, collected. And then you hear like the door's coming open and going.
I'll tell you what this feels like.
Yeah.
It's like choosing your first Pokemon.
Did you already fall in love?
I have such strong feelings about them both. I don't know. I don't know yet.
You're asking the Pokemon to fight each other to the death.
Not to the death.
No.
Not to the death necessarily,
Fight other
but
people to the death.
Quite.
yeah, exactly.
Although you may have got the impression that Atian may consider fighting him to the death.
Yeah, probably. That's fair enough. Yeah.
It's like a Charmander fighting a Snorlax.
Pretty much. Okay. Cass just thinks for a bit and is like, are they gonna be okay?
Well, seeing as it'll probably take a couple of days, but seeing as we're doing the Halloween next episode, and possibly the one after, which we'll talk about at the end of the show, which hasn't quite happened yet. Would you like the results? Because I can tell you now.
The results of what?
Of the initial like tests that you've given them.
Oh. Yeah, go on then.
A day
They
after.
dead?
No. A day after you give them their chores, you get a message from Atian and a message from Kateri. Kateri says, I've successfully started the infiltration. I'm a new member, and I will let you know what I have managed to find out as soon as possible. The message from Atian says, Knocked out a couple of dudes in an alley, have them tied up, and questioning them. We'll tell you more later.
The question is, do you want another Cass as your next child, or do you want a pseudo Tess Chrys mix?
Yeah, she is kind of a pseudo Tess Chrys mix.
I have this feeling, and Cass just has a realization and then goes, well, I need to let Saturday know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I send a message to Saturday if that's possible. Otherwise, I just ask Nahari to do it. Because Nahari's sneaky and I am not.
That's fair.
Yeah, I can go find him, no problem.
Yeah, let Saturday know there are 2 people running around and they are interesting and working for us.
Okay.
And this is what they look like.
The
Blah, 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 blah.
message will be relayed to Saturday. You can get that out over there. Okay, and finally, Marlowe.
Hello.
Where do I might switch the music out slightly. Where do you go while you
Yeah. I think after that, I will.
There we go.
Okay. I'll take a walk back to the coterie. After a while, I'm going to throw the rest of my Corona.
Just over a fence or something, yeah.
I go back over the bridge, don't I?
Yes, you would.
I'll throw it into the river.
Okay.
And I'll pull out my hip flask of blood. And I'm going to drink that instead.
Just like looking out over the river for a bit.
Yeah, I'm just going to pause there for a minute or two. Probably thinking of moping back to the coterie then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably just stand and stare for a minute or two, and yeah, then head back coterie way with hip flask and.
Before you head back coterie way.
But well, yeah.
You
as
feel
I
a
turn
presence.
around.
Before you even turn around, you feel a presence and hear a voice behind you. Fucking hell.
You're telling me.
That was an intense meeting, wasn't it?
Just a bit. You ever been disowned by anyone?
Nah. Everyone I know's dead. Well, present company kind of excluded.
Well, apparently I'm dead as well, mate. So.
It's all a matter of perspective, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't see things. Yeah. I met your, seems rather trivial now, but Savante was your creation as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Asked if he had a message or anything for you, but not really. He just wanted to know why you were killing Kindred, and
We didn't really get to know each other that well.
how come you pester me and not him?
How do you know I don't?
Well, he didn't seem forthcoming with it, at least.
Well, sometimes siblings lie to each other.
Oh,
Rapscallions.
fuck's sake. I hate Kindred. So
You and me both, mate. You want to follow my footsteps? Go on a bit of a killing spree?
was that what you did it for? Hatred of the dead.
Do I
Seems
need
to
a
run in my
reason?
family. Did you know that?
What? Did I know that you had a granddad who was ultra religious, vampire hating arsehole?
Yeah, and don't give me an ambiguous answer and say some generic word that could be taken either way. Yes or no?
No.
Thank you.
Did you?
Know that he was doing that?
Yeah.
He was religious. He was set about his ways. He was... If you were looking for it, maybe you might take a whiff of it if you were that way inclined, but no, not for anyone unexposed to that side of death.
You know what's funny? Sometimes you are so much less perceptive than your worse half. Mac knew
Knew what?
about Grandad.
Yeah, yes, okay. Well, if you say so. I don't know what he was thinking. I just saw what he saw and what he said out loud and what he says to me. Yeah, well, knew about Lamia too.
Yep.
What good that did him though.
Well, it was time for him to have a sleep.
Yeah. It's having a bit of a bad day, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you thinking, Atlas?
I'm trying to avoid thinking too much right now. Contrary to what's needed, I guess.
Well, that's one area where you tend to excel, comparatively at least.
Well, excuse me for being a bit hung up on the fact that my flesh and blood has just said that they don't, you know, see me as me anymore.
I mean, you gotta respect the fact that he gave you a couple of days.
Sure, yeah. I'll put my baggage to one side and be grateful to have 48 hours to wallow in it.
Well, gives you time to decide what you're gonna do. What's your plan, mate? You gonna hang around, watch your sister wallow in a coma, wait for your mates to get picked off by fucking Inquisition? Sounds like fun. I'm down for that. Yeah, hell of a show.
They're good. Comparatively, anyway. Not as bad as the rest.
Not a massive fucking bar, but sure.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, the bar's pretty low, but they're above it. They're trying, at least. Don't have their eyes set on domination, just on being themselves. So no, there isn't really a plan right now. I'm not gonna...
Kinda needs to be though, doesn't it?
Well, yes.
So, I guess the real question is, mate, the fuck are you gonna do? And we will end there.
All right.
So,
Oh, Marlowe.
Marlowe.
It's not usual to have 2 snack shots in a row with the same person. However, we will carry on that conversation in the next snack shot. Marlowe has some shit to think about.
Yeah.
Some
Landmine.
stuff to do.
Oh,
That's a big landmine. That's
That's
a
a
large-
problem.
It's a land bomb.
that is a yeah. That's a problem.
Oh, dear.
So let's go around and talk to everyone. Hydra, I'll leave you to last, as per
Sure.
as is the privilege of the person who stepped on the largest mine of the day. And we will start off with Nahari and also Tessa. Hey, how you doing?
Good. I love this episode. First of all, Hydra, holy crap. That was incredible. That whole thing was incredible. Both things were incredible. I loved the scene with the girls in the woods. That was super fun. And I love the Raven. I'm super curious what that's about, but that was very cool. Very cool. So yeah, it was a good, very, very good episode.
Alright. Moving alongside to Vandy and also Tess.
Bye. That was super fun. I mentioned this in the chat, but this episode was a whiplash of an episode.
Yeah.
Like, we had the high of the bar being opened, almost. The low of Marlowe pretty well, like, being sentenced to death. Then, okay, we're gonna go and do more fun stuff, like hitting people with sticks. And then we're going back down again. It's like, and then we go back up again with Josh being like, yeah, all right, I have 2 kids now, and I'm gonna make them fight to the death over my love.
Winnie would be proud.
Winnie would be proud. That's a very Winnie thing to do. So, yeah, this was very, but it was super fun. Yeah, Tess is very bad at anything to do with hitting people with sticks or anything in close range. So,
Well, no. She can hurt herself with sticks.
Did a great job.
wow,
Twice.
Yeah.
Hit it twice.
very, very funny. Very funny. You're hilarious.
Oh, Delphron, we're just closing down. No.
Hi, friends.
Although, hey,
Hey.
Hey, welcome to the end of the show.
for those listening and watching, Delphron is an awesome streamer who I was in Bloodlost with Bloodlost being Josh's first. I think it was your first where you GM'd.
This is my first.
First show on first show for VTM, and was a lot of fun. And it's still on Strange Adventures. Link in the description to Strange Adventures.
You can see Delphron Delphron's chat. If you haven't seen Delphron be like a super manipulative little shitbag.
And for our
and also trying to hump everything.
yeah, I was gonna say for our viewers, Delphron's character was possibly thirstier than Tess.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Delphron, we gotta chat then because
we're gonna have a thirst off, I'm afraid.
listen, I am all about playing thirsty characters, so we should talk. Yeah, okay. Should we just have like a thirst off or something for like Valentine's Day? Have a one shot where it's just like who could be the thirstiest character?
Hey, you want to be a guest?
But that means I'd have to GM it, and I have to play like filthy, dirty characters who are all flirty,
Yeah.
and I can't do
Or
that.
what? Like a lapsed
What are you
cat?
talking about? You can't do that. You brought Leah to life.
I can't. I've just never been able to do
Okay,
it.
okay. No, you brought Leah to life.
Yeah.
Just bring
Like,
Peachy
put
in.
that-
Just bring Peachy.
Oh,
He'll do
yeah,
it by
it'll work
himself.
too.
Yeah,
So
Peachy needs to be in there.
Oh God.
So Peachy, Vandy, Delphron. We just need a fourth, and then we've got a Valentine's cast of. I don't think isn't
Ooh.
Valentine's supposed to be about love, not humping?
Valentine's, no. Listen. It's more about the humping part. But anyway, we need a fourth very just thirsty person on main. Okay, like who else do we know that's horny on main?
Mm,
This might be a tough one. We
Ash.
might have to think about that.
No, I'm not saying Tash. I think the same name just jumped into both me and Tash's brain. but-
Message me it
Ready?
because maybe. Or say it. Just yeah.
Yeah. We're not gonna say it though. So anyway.
Wow. I want to know who this special guest would be.
Hot
But,
goss.
Oh God.
Anyway, so
Well,
yeah, I mean,
mate-
if you want to see more,
More
see me play a less thirsty character on Sundays, I'm on Roll for It, which is we have a show that's GM'd also by Shapey. So yeah. Oh man. Oh, Marlowe, you poor sweet summer child.
Oh,
What have you gotten yourself into?
poor Marlowe.
What
Yeah.
we could do is we could have someone very straight laced and not thirsty GM it, and then I could play a thirsty character as well.
Like Brad? Like Brad. Well, Brad gets kind of crazy.
Brad would kill himself.
I mean,
I don't want that on my stream, to be honest.
Oh, poor Brad.
the murder of Brad Woto.
Oh,
Oh god. Yeah,
we'll have to talk
Yep.
about this. But yes,
we're gonna have to talk about this more. Yeah.
carrying on to Jersh and to also Cassius. Hey, bud.
Hi.
You enjoyed
Yeah.
today?
Vandy was right. It was a fucking roller coaster whiplash extravaganza today. And Marlowe had some really deep feels. That was intense. So that was really, really cool to watch. And yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this little investigation of my potential vamp kids, but I'm willing to risk their lives for it, so it's fine.
They're quite cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know which one Cass is gonna turn, but I love them both.
I know who I prefer, but that's just because Atian's a bit more character I'd like as opposed to.
Whichever one survives. Simple.
No, if one of them dies, then he's got to bring them back as a vampire. That's the rule.
Oh,
Depends
I
if he
see.
can get
I
there.
see.
Or not, right?
What if they die
Oh, if
being
one of
shit?
If one of them is killed by the blessed, he's just going to burn their place to the ground and find and find
The
the person.
bomb
who
is
did it.
back on the
Salt
table,
the earth.
right?
Yes, the bomb is fully on the table.
Just like slams it down. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting seeing how that develops. To be honest, oh wait.
Stitch your fate leech.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, also I'm in a podcast which comes out every week called Stitch of Fate, which is really fun and about gangsters in New York, but also they're vampires. We finished recording it. There are 5 episodes left, and we are working on extra future things. Ooh. To see how that goes. And then also I am GMing on Table Story Leech, which is if you want horny vampires, then that's where you go.
Well, if you want
Oh my
horny
God.
vampires, then Peachy's there. So
Yeah, Peachy's there. And also
Why
Tuesday
am I
Grey,
not
yes,
surprised?
there was
fucking
Tuesday.
brings it.
Yeah.
That's who your 4th should be, Tuesday Grey.
Actually, yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. And that's a trip. That's 6 episodes total, and we're 4 through. So I'm looking forward to the ending of that. They're gonna fuck something up. Anyway, yeah, that's me.
And unfortunately, I've been on point every episode, but this was the first one I forgot to belt out Leech and Stitch of Fate at the beginning of the show. So, ow.
No worries, that's my job.
Chrys and also Tash.
Hello. Yeah, it was Whiplash, right? But I was like, how am I gonna have a little joke around with Nahari after watching Marlowe's granddad scene?
Mm.
That was nice. That was a nice little session. Got to hit
Yeah.
Tess in the face.
Well, and you finally got to get Nahari pinned on the floor, all sweaty and twisted up. So, well done, Chrys.
Whew,
It's
warm.
gay.
It's warm in those woods. I liked
It's a good time.
I liked Cass nearly sending us to his haven,
Yeah.
which Chrys fully thinks Sarah is the body there. So she was like, "Is that a good idea?" Good job. That would have been interesting.
What, you mean that place where you're keeping the stake?
Oh, where you're keeping, yeah, the person who's definitely still alive.
Really well hidden.
Oh God. But yeah, I've had a nice session. I think I need to lie down.
I really enjoyed the subtlety with which you did the whole Chrys warming to Nahari and just basically being like, please don't die now because we fought together and now we're kind of I'm less suspicious.
Still kind of.
Oh yeah, sure. But,
Like let's not maybe show Lamia, but don't die.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
And finally, Granddad's favorite grandson, Marlowe, and also Hydra.
I'm dead to him.
Yeah, well.
Those words cut me like a knife. That was hard because as someone that carries all their emotion in their throat, my throat kept being like,
Yeah.
die.
I really like Frank though. I think
Yeah.
he's a cool character.
He's cool. Be ashamed to kill him.
I loved how like even though he's like an old man, he's your granddad, and he's like standing there with his arms open. You're like, no.
It would have been a good dramatic time to like stab me in the back with a garlic stick or whatever. I don't even know. Like Marlowe's still learning about killing vampires, but you know he was worried about that garlic bomb. You never know. Wow, that was a whole thing that happened, and stuff. So he's got a choice to make and things.
Keeps getting schooled by his sire.
The sire's annoying, and he's kind of useful. He does what Marlowe's trying to do to Chrys.
I
Like,
want to
Do
ask
things.
I want to ask both Hydra and Marlowe. Do you two have any idea whether he's real or not yet?
I think Marlowe is probably the one that thinks he's his subconscious trying to like reason things out, and Hydra is a bit more like, please let him be real. I think that's where we're at. I think that's where we're at. Like Hydra likes the idea of some transcendent messenger, but I think Marlowe's far more down to earth, and no, he's just a side effect of being bonkers, but also a useful one, like being a lucid dreamer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what Marlowe's thinking right now, but it doesn't make him less real-ish. Just makes him like maybe not be actually him. I don't know.
Yeah, no. That works.
Ask Marlowe. It's complicated.
So finally next week and possibly the week after, I am planning for 2 weeks, even though I initially intended 1 because of the cast who like to take their time, which I enjoy. Yeah, no, I was planning like I was like, hey guys, let's do a Halloween episode of Sunkissed. And everyone was down for it, and we enjoyed the idea. And then I was like, let's make it 2 weeks because it's very possible we'll spend an entire episode just having a chat in the basement somewhere. So, but yeah, the premise of it is alternate reality Weirgate. So it will be Weirgate without the fire, and with everyone as different clan. So we have Chrys in Clan Tremere. We have Marlowe of Clan Ventru.
But of course.
We have Cassius, Clan Toreador.
Please, darling.
We have Tess Aquila as Clan Nosferatu. And we have Nahari of Clan Bruja.
So exciting.
Yes. That will be next week, and it will be a completely different Weirgate. So you know, be prepared for a little info dump at the start of what's different and everything like that. However, those of you on YouTube, check the description for links to all the wonderful people who you've been watching for the last hour and a half, 3 hours.
Hour and a half. What show are you on?
Whoa.
Shut
I mean,
I hope it
up.
was a little longer than that.
And
No, it was an hour and a half in game time.
okay.
That's how
all
it
right.
works.
Listen, savoring the moment.
and also keep your eyes peeled for another stack shot with Marlowe, and also I'll be doing a Q&A fairly soon, probably around in between the Halloween stuff, so keep an eye out for that, because I feel like there's a lot of questions people have at this point that they would like answered. And yes, we'll see you in the next episode of Sunkissed.